Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and we are starting our Fantasy Flight Star Wars role-playing game. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and jump in and go around and introduce ourselves and our characters.
Hi, so I'm Just Bart. I completely forget my character's name, but if I can find it, I'll let you know. I'm playing Rael. I am a Twi'lek bounty hunter. As you'll remember, I have a deformed tail, head leku. So anybody out there speaking Twi'lek, I've got a kind of lisp. Please deal with that. Sorry, it's the best I can do. I'm known for such escapades as shooting unarmed hostages. So, you know, works well with Jedi. Right along.
I'm David. I'm playing Gar. He's a Wookiee Jedi Seeker Pathfinder thing.
So, and also, just so you guys are out there, a Jedi Pathfinder is a Jedi specifically that works with animals and creatures and is more attuned to forest areas and kind of natural spaces.
Dave from Nerdarchy, and I'll be playing Turin Elgarth, and he just goes by Rin. He's a founding member of Tusks and Tentacles, and
Tusks and Tentacles rocks.
But also, he is a Chevin.
Yeah, I am a
It's
Chevin.
a very unusual race within Star Wars, very large, about 7 or 8 feet tall. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
We don't use feet, we use meters.
I am playing Valkro Zahn. He is a Gruten bounty hunter / force sensitive emergent / Sheen expert. I've kind of gone crazy with the skill trees here.
Excuse me.
So yeah, he's he started off being a Jedi when things went wonky with Luke. He fled and became a bounty hunter, and now that things are going the other direction, he decided to spend some more time with
Tusks and Tentacles needed a mechanic.
So yeah, I'm the mechanic and the one who tends to do the odd tasks within Tusks and Tentacles. Over to
Oh, hi. I'm Joe. I'm playing Pash. He's a smuggler, conman, and rogue.
There you go. All right.
You want to make mention this is your first time doing it?
Very first time, man.
We're going to pop his cherry tonight.
Yeah, woo! All right.
Just don't make a mess at the table.
All right. I'll try not to.
Sorry,
And I'm,
Get too excited. Go ahead.
and I'm playing Usul Kirin, a Sheet Show Knight and Starfighter Ace, a Corellian noble as well. Came into the possession of a Jedi holocron at an early age and became interested in learning the ways of the Force.
Indeed. All right. So thank you guys, everyone, for making the game tonight. Welcome. Really glad to have you.
Thank you.
And so I just want to give a recap of what we did last time. So in the last game, so this game is taking place 2 weeks after the last events in Star Wars Episode 7. And of course, the huge event. There's spoilers all over this game. If you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie, then enjoy this video. So the last event in Star Wars Episode 7 that was the big reveal was Kylo Ren had killed Han Solo, and it was now known that Kylo Ren was the son of Leia Organa and Han Solo. So in our last session, Admiral Statora had decided that he wanted to, and I'm just going to show a picture. So Admiral Statora, I think he's an extremely important character in Episode 7. So Admiral Statora had decided that he was going to help refound and reestablish the Jedi Temple. And the reason why was Luke Skywalker has been off. When Rey was found, Luke said he is still not returning into the Republic and into the Resistance, and he is taking 1 year to train Rey. Admiral Statora said that's too long to wait. We're going to reestablish the Jedi Council. At that point, he invited Usul, and he invited Valkro, and he invited Gar to form the Jedi Council. They accepted this responsibility. And then it was determined that Kylo Ren was still active, and Kylo Ren was being called back to Snoke, Snoke, his master, to be trained in the Dark Force, in the Dark Forces. Kylo Ren decided that he wanted another Knight of Ren, who went by the name of Zayd Ren, to train with him, and the way he would trigger Zayd Ren to be as powerful as he was, so that Snoke would call her to be trained on the next level of Dark Force user, was that she had to do something equally evil as him killing his own father, which they had decided to destroy the very last 19 existing Ewoks. Your characters found this out. Gar was very shocked by this, very upset by this, and when he found this out, he said, we are doing everything we can to go and save the Ewoks, which you guys did. You went to Seria. In order to do that, you absolutely abandoned Admiral Statora, abandoned your responsibilities to reestablish the Jedi Council.
Some more reluctantly than others.
Yeah, and then went off to save the Ewoks, which you were 100% successful.
Well, I wouldn't say 100%.
100%. We lost
What do we
in
get, 8?
few.
Yeah.
6 out of 19, that's what we're saying.
11 Ewoks died. The majority of the Ewoks died. 8 were saved, and you escaped Zayd Ren. You did not defeat her. At the same time, you had been dealing with Poe Dameron. Poe Dameron is AWOL. He is absent without leave. And so after Kylo Ren had destroyed, had killed Han Solo, he then determined that the best thing to do would be that Kylo Ren was incredibly angry, and he said he vowed to kill Kylo. So Poe Dameron vowed to kill Kylo Ren, right? Now, Poe Dameron is an X-Wing pilot. Kylo Ren is a Knight of Ren, the closest thing that exists in the Star Wars world right now to a Sith. And so he went about this, and you guys actually spent some time with him, broke off from him, but you helped him to get the funds to put forward a plan. He got what was called a special weapon, a burying cannon, and he took a YT 1300 freighter out into the with a crew. Balatik assisted him, and they went out really far out of range, found the finalizer, which Kylo Ren, General Hux, and 5,000 stormtroopers all conscripted, right, and shot them from a range so far that they weren't ever able to see it, destroyed the entire finalizer, and killed Kylo Ren. And not like, dun dun dun, Kylo Ren's going to show up later. His death was so force impacting that all of the Force users actually felt the death of Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren, in our Star Wars game, is dead. And that is where we start our tale tonight. And so at this point, Dave.
So we have just left the planet where we did our best to save the last of the Ewoks.
Exactly.
Syria. And we were in hyperspace. But all of a sudden, we drop out of hyperspace early. And so I hit the comm link.
Why am I making the sudden stop?
And I hit the comm link, and I start radioing out. Lightsaber, Star Kraken is sending the security codes now. We're ready to receive the drop.
Oh, interesting.
We're gonna need to send a man for the walk. Velcro, I'm gonna have work for weeks for you.
Oh, jeez.
Gar, he's gonna need your help receiving the bundles.
All right, so your ship comes out of space. You send out a signal, and does another ship come to your ship at that point?
Yes,
Indeed,
yes. Another ship, appears out of almost nowheres.
Awesome.
And Captain Flux, from what I heard, you're one of the most trustworthy in the business, one of the best, and I'm more than happy to send my hard-earned credits your way. I trust you've already received the transfer.
Indeed, we've received full payment. Thank you.
Excellent, my lady. And we're getting ready to receive the drop.
Okay.
So with that, their men start moving crates over, doing a spacewalk, basically with our guys receiving it. Mm-hmm. And there is easily a half a dozen crates that come aboard. One of the crates is so friggin' big that it barely fits in the ship. It's so tall.
Wow.
And a lot of the crates have written in various alien languages. Caution, danger, skulls and crossbones. All that good stuff.
One of them's written in Italian, says Fragile.
Yeah. So the last crate is just being received with one of their guys pushing it in when there's a blip on our scanning systems. Captain Flux, are you getting this?
Yes, I'm seeing the same here. It looks like some incoming ships. Is that what you're reading?
I'm reading, and they're transmitting Imperial.
Oh man, that's not good.
And it's not good at all. I think we should kick into hyperdrive now.
Agreed. All right. She says, now at this point, how many crates were there?
Total, there's 7 crates.
All right. So 5 are loaded, and there are 2 remaining.
Okay.
And so we're going to need to make a. Let me see what we're looking
Destiny
for.
pool.
We'll get there. Hold on. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to make a. Hold on 1 second.
I thought you said the last
Yeah, this is going to be piloting space. So we're going to do a piloting space
Okay.
roll,
Space pilot.
and then of course you will be assisting him.
Was that you or me?
And now is he here
He's
yet?
the one pilot.
Is Posh here yet?
No, what I think Dave was saying is, as the last crate was coming on, there was one person still on our ship when
From
we
their
got-
crew.
From their crew. With,
Oh, excellent.
with
So you have to leave those other 2 crates right away. Shut it up and go, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, all right. Doors slam and you leave those last 2 crates. No problem. All right. Damn it. All right.
2 cases of grenades.
Did we get the tank?
About the tank. I didn't put that in my order.
That's awesome.
but
All
Bart
right.
put it in his order.
Yeah.
So at that point,
Better beat that.
the ships do come in, and you guys are gonna jump into hyperspace, and so Captain Flux, she pulls off her ship immediately and immediately jumps to hyperspace. But I heard that you guys have an issue with your nav computer. Is that correct?
Maybe.
I thought we had a droid that was taking care of that.
All right,
No,
so let's
every
get
day.
it going. All right, fantastic. So I'm going to get out the ships.
What'd you
All right, and while we're doing that,
Yeah, you know.
so
It's in one of these boxes along with
Joe.
the tank and
you are playing. Can you show everybody? Can you show me the picture on the front of yours, Posh? Okay, excellent. All right, so at this point, he used to work for Captain Flux. He has been abandoned on
You're
this
stuck
ship.
with us now.
Yeah, exactly. But
And he doesn't have tusks or tentacles. What the flip?
exactly. But Rin has had a relationship with Captain Flux. You're not too worried. You've actually seen him work before, and and you also know when it's time to kind of jump into action and assist. And when there's incoming ships, you know how quick and how deadly that combat in space can be. And so, first question is, based on what your character can do, would you go to the pilot seat, the co-pilot seat, the turret on the top of the Millennium Falcon, the turret on the bottom of the Millennium Falcon, or some other space? What do you think?
Let's see here.
I'm definitely jumping on that turbo laser.
I would say
Yeah.
based
Wait, you
on
install
this,
turbo lasers?
a co-pilot
Just
would
one?
certainly be where
Light?
your best bet would be.
Okay.
All right.
Now, does he have... Go ahead.
Well, Posh will take the co-pilot seat.
Co-pilot seat. You
right.
got it. See, he's taking Chewbacca's traditional position. All right.
and I'm in the dorsal cannon.
There we go. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get out the Crate Fang, or I'm sorry, the Star Kraken.
That's right.
So we're getting the Star Kraken right there.
Can we
Alright.
ever do
So basically, it looks
anything
like the Millennium Falcon,
simply-
except for it's all black with a green and yellow, our green and yellow logo on it, which is tentacles and tusks.
Oh, that's right. So is
Right,
the Tusk and
tentacles
Tentacles,
and tusks.
is it on the top and bottom, or just on the
No,
top?
tusks and tentacles.
Tusk and Tentacles?
Whichever.
I like tentacles and tusks.
Oh, yeah, it's been Tusk and Tentacles first.
So I'm getting strapped into that dorsal cannon. I'm yelling up,
your-
"Can we do anything the easy way?"
That's your ship,
It's a
exactly.
YT-1300
Yeah.
Corellian freighter.
And then these are the starfighters
as a
that
Millennium
you
Falcon.
see coming in.
Sorry, yeah.
Here we go
I'm gonna
again.
Give all the details.
Now, Joe, those fighters coming in, do they look Imperial or non-Imperial? What do you think?
They would look Imperial to me.
All right. So at this point, they're still coming in from long range, right? And let me see 1 second here. Just still grabbing a couple more. 1 second.
Here, why don't I
Yeah,
flip
they-
you to the Starship combat thing? A little further.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for giving them one of the sheets. That was really helpful.
Yep, I wound up with 2 of them.
That's
so.
great because they are really invaluable, especially for new players.
Well, there was one minor edit and he reprinted everything.
All right, fantastic. All right, so at this point, you guys are here. You're coming in from, and these guys are coming in from your right side, and they are at long range. Okay, and this is what you see.
That would be our port
Yeah,
side.
that would be our left.
Oh, thank you. So
That
it
is
would
port
actually be
side.
port.
That's port side.
So that's
side.
2 XP, 10 XP, all right? And it's split, 5 for bringing in a new player, and 5 for bringing in the player extremely well. Great way to smooth that through. All right.
Would have been 20, but you're not a Jedi.
I know. The tax is heavy.
All right. So at that
You pay
point,
twice as much for your skills.
we are going to go ahead and make the Destiny pool. So everybody is going to roll a force die, and you're going to let me know what you get. Go right ahead.
The first opportunity.
Yeah, this is going to be the first one.
Too late.
By the way, everybody out there, we are allowing, for the first time ever, electronic dice at the table. We are using the Star Wars dice app.
Dice
And
app.
Yeah.
This thing's pretty awesome. It's got this. It's got a couple other games. It's got a standard polyhedral set as well. I have
Nice.
two.
All right, so, go ahead.
I have two light side.
2 light side from...
And it even rolls well.
Oh, wow. Well,
That's because you downloaded the hack.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I also hacked
we have
the shit out of
two light side from Rael. What do we got from Gar?
I get a total of 3 because I rolled a 2 and then I have an 80 morality.
An 80 morality. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah,
what
that's right.
was
I
the
remember
split? Was it 3 light, 2 dark,
I rolled 2 light
and 2
it's-
light
and
and
then I
1 dark?
gained 1.
No, he automatically
And
adds
his
a 1.
Paragon gives him 1. His Paragon
So you got
status
3.
morality gives him 1.
Nice. That's fantastic. Okay. So you're bringing 3 light to the pool.
Yep.
Wow. All
I'm
right.
hooking you up with the dark side.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Very good.
I got a light.
Obligations.
Light. Okay.
And I'm angling for that
Man, that's a
high morality as well.
I got a light.
Okay. Excellent. Wow. You guys really have a lot of light side destiny points. What do you got?
I'm giving you a dark.
All right. There we go. That
a good
helps.
No, it doesn't,
All right.
have to, it doesn't have to go by the game master
So,
initiative of
so
adding a
what
dark.
we just did, Joe, is basically it establishes almost like a luck mechanism in the game.
Yeah.
Or the force, both the light and the dark side. We as the players get to use the light side. Him as the GM will use the dark side against us.
But
Right.
when anyone uses it, the thing flips. So if you want to show him that there's a dark on the other side of one of those.
Yes. So when you flip it over, it goes
So
right
if
to the
we
dark
if
side.
we use one during one of our actions,
gives me more
It
to
gives
use.
him more to use.
It
against
almost makes
Gotcha.
sense because Kylo Ren had just died, so there's less
Then
Yeah.
dark.
He uses
Exactly.
one,
Yeah.
it becomes light, so that we get to use it.
And then, so we have the Destiny pool set, and also, so that's all set. We're good to go, and you got, and so at this point, the ship is, you are getting ready, and you know right now, you cannot, you have at least a round or 2, maybe even 3 rounds before you're going to be able to go to hyperspace.
Well, I know what T3's doing.
All right, we have
calculating a jump.
Yes.
seven ships.
Yes.
All right, knowing more about this stuff than actually Ted does. What kind of things are they firing versus how powerful our shields are?
Yeah, actually, it's a great question. So one, would like to know, what does Ted think he is seeing? Do you have any idea? Does anybody at the table know what any of these are?
I have a ship that looks like that, I think.
All right. Do you know what type of ship that is?
Yes, maybe.
Does
Some
Does
sort
this,
of
does this
Aegis,
have
maybe?
the
Aether Interceptor.
This is
wing?
They are WYSIWYG. They
Is
they
this-
look exactly like.
Isn't this the ship that usually has the ring around it?
That is
to
exactly
actually-
right. And who flew that?
That was Obi-Wan and
Right.
Anakin.
Yeah. So that was originally in the prequel a Jedi Starfighter. You obviously know it's not now being used as
Right.
a Jedi Starfighter. All of these ships are in the
certainly hope
same paint scheme. They're all bright orange with thin black stripes near the center of the ship. Okay, so they've all been painted and they are all gleaming and look brand new, right? So some of these are old ships, which means that whoever mechanic they're using, they have a lot of money and they have a lot of time for maintenance. And then also that it's highly unlikely that these guys haven't worked together for a while, because it just looks very orchestrated, and you could see the way they're coming in, it's very orchestrated as well. But also, so at the table, are these Imperial or non-Imperial?
They're Imperial. It has the symbol on them.
All right, so you guys are coming in, all right, and these ships. So at that point, we'll roll for initiative. So I'm gonna grab. So yeah, go ahead and help him
Goes
through.
by cool or vigilance. Which does your character have?
I got a 1 green and a yellow. Scott, I get a green and a yellow, right? For my vigilance, right?
Cool is.
Where's your vigilance?
What would you do?
It's
in
like
that
the bottom
situation?
one on
You
that
roll
side.
3 green, or
So what you would
green and
do
yellow?
is you
Well,
would be going off
You have
of
the chance to roll a critical
will,
success with
right?
that,
And
and
your will
potentially
is
go
2.
first.
2 green,
But I see
and then
3
you have
dice and
1
only 2
proficiency there,
I would go with
which
3.
means you
Okay.
get 1.
there you go.
That's what you
You'll
would.
get 2 green, and you
Vigilance is
convert
2
1
and 2?
to yellow. So you'll have yellow and a green.
So since I have 2 proficiency,
Now it's a much
I would
easier
convert
choice for me
both my greens
because
to
I have
yellows.
3 peasants, 2 cool, 2
I've got
willpower,
mine.
nothing in vigilance.
Oh,
Okay, cool. Now, one more thing. So that's his pool, right? So from now on, because you guys have been playing for 2 sessions, every time he makes a pool, every time you make a pool, Joe, add 1 yellow die to that pool, and that'll represent you having more experience than it shows on the sheet.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So that Now and so you guys just roll those up and let me know what you got.
Success and
That's better
advantage.
than mine.
Oh, that's all right.
Is it add a yellow or replace?
Are you upgrading or adding a yellow? Yeah, that's.
I am adding.
Okay.
Right, because you guys have literally probably over 100 XP. Am I right? Over that sheet.
We started with. Ooh, I think
I
someone
right
goes
about that?
first.
So I would get my 2 green, and then I would add 2 yellow because I have the 2 proficiency. Okay, so
Alright.
let me go ahead and roll.
Wait, would I add the yellow or just so I would only have 1 green and 1 yellow, right?
Yep, that's it.
All right, let's see.
So it's 5 hits. Okay.
I have 1,
5
2,
hits.
3, 4
Okay.
hits and 1 advantage.
All right. And 1 second.
Nope. Clear.
I'm just curious. What is the Star Kraken's cruising speed? 1, 2, 3.
It is. So should we probably just leave this out right now. We have a speed of 3.
Okay, that's the speed we're going.
Yes, and in this general direction.
Well, that's where we want to orient to, but it's not where we're.
No, I just right now. Yeah. We just want to get that away from these guys at the
Right,
moment.
but until we actually make that choice, we're still going this way.
Right now we're going this way, which is not the way we want to be going.
No, considering even this size of a freighter would have no lateral shields, yeah, we do want to go forward or backwards.
Okay.
So do you have cool pilot tricks?
Yes, I do. I'm a starfighter ace. That's
And you're in the pilot seat, so it's all good.
the problem is I might not be going
I
first.
have 4 and 2.
I saw a lot of successes.
All right, got it. Okay, that's awesome. All right. What do you got?
I had 4 and 1.
So Rael at 4 and 1, and
1 of each.
oh, actually, this is important. We have been doing initiative wrong. I did not know this. Initiative is only to determine order between the adversaries and the PCs. Okay, so I have 4-2. I have 4 advantages. I have 4 successes and 2 advantages. Does anybody at the table beat that?
5-2.
5-2. All of the PCs are going, and you all determine your own order. That's the way it works. Okay? And then I go, and then all my guys go. All right. So you guys get first action.
All right. Well, I want to scan the enemy.
Okay.
So that is 3 setback. Perception also gets one of those. And one of those. Are you adding anything else to it? Because according to this, scan the enemy is just 3 purple.
Right. Oh, yes. It is 3 purple, and setback is you. By the way, you guys stopped. You got those crates. By the way, at any point tonight, you can tell me what was in those crates.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also but this was disturbing to all of you, and that is 3 stress. So everybody across the board, because you have
Every time.
And by the way, if everybody at the table, if you could help me stop saying stress. It is strain.
Your strength's
Right.
going
So you have 3 strain.
You're getting 3 strain.
From being shocked by these ships coming in from the port side. All right, and and so go ahead.
So that's a triumph.
Okay.
Oh, that cancels that. That cancels that. That is
A threat, and you have 2 advantages, so one of them.
so that cancels that. So that goes to that. So I have a triumph, an advantage, and a success.
A triumph, an advantage, and a success.
Yes.
Okay. Triumph, advantage, and success. So the triumph. Okay. So now, in Dungeons and Dragons, you would roll a d20, and if you got a 20, you get a critical. In this game, a triumph is equal to a critical. It's the best success you can get. It's on a die that there's only one of on 12 sides, so it's only a 1 in 12 chance to get it. So he has gotten a triumph, and that means that it goes as well for him as possible. So from your triumph, this is Marzo's crew, all right? You've actually fought Tusk and Tentacles has fought Marzo's crew before, and Marzo's crew always has a minimum of 6 to 12 fighters. They're always completely tricked out, and they're all Bothans, right? And of course, Marzo is their ace, right? They are mercs, just like you.
Is Marzo's ship present?
It's a great question. So what they're brought in for is these are all fighters, right? They're always protecting something. So these guys are caravan guards, okay? So basically, so from your triumph, there's a large ship that that essentially, there's too many analogies here, but I'm going to throw them all in. Not only are they caravan guards, a better way to look at it is, if anybody remembers the old Smokey and the Bandit movie, this is the Camaro out in front of the big rigs. Right. There's some hauler coming in with something big that these guys are running ahead of.
Okay, morality question for the situation. Where do these guys fall? Like, we fought them before.
They're mercenaries. Whoever's paying them, they don't care.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, from my standpoint, what is my impression of Marzo? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy?
Oh, actually, the best answer in the world.
He fought us.
He is a Tusks and Tentacles guy. He's just like them. So I would throw that right back to you.
Oh, he's so bad.
Well, if he's fought us, then clearly he's a bad guy.
He is a merc. So he will definitely kill people for money. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Right.
So then I will.
Or because they annoyed him.
Exactly.
Listen, he had it coming, all right?
So I will put.
Scott, do you want to use TIE Pilot for the NPCs, or
that would be helpful. Thank you very much.
So I will put to the comm. This is Marzo's front line.
Yeah.
So
and also,
you guys know that if we take him down, there's bigger profit to be had behind.
Oh, and by the way, you've killed 2 of Marzo's pilots, not recently, but in the past. Now, it's not a huge deal, because guys go in and out of Marzo's crew all the time, because he's got a big crew, and he's always hiring new aces, and sometimes people die. I mean, that's space combat.
people die in space combat?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is new.
Yeah. But you guys, so you got to have a little, but. So he would be a little upset, but he'd also see, hey, it's professional.
Okay. So from the role playing side, that's the information that we got.
Oh yeah.
Those 7 versus us, given this crew, can we handle that, or is this we got to cut and run?
No, it's not. It's not clear at all. It's definitely not it's definitely a situation where you've recently upgraded your guns. You also have 3 Jedi on your ship, right? Which that I never underestimate a Jedi. And in addition to that, you are.
Yeah, but unless we can launch Jedis through like torpedo tubes or something, what are they going to do?
Unless they board us, yeah. He's not. They're not. So.
Well, I mean, I've got lots of stuff that I can.
It's a great question. So at this point, you have. So you've done your scan, and did you? Oh, and then for your success, you are going to get a boost die yourself, right? And then in addition to that, for the advantage, you can give a boost die out to anybody you wish. Or you can take care of some of your strain if you want to take that strain down.
No, I'm going to give a boost.
I said strain. All right, that's good.
All right, you get an advantage.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a boost.
All right, okay.
All right, so
great.
now,
So that's taken care of. Good.
Why don't you go next so that you can orient the ship properly?
That sounds good.
I don't know
going to.
how you guys want to orient.
Oh, that's
the rest
true.
Of the
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Yeah.
So
Right.
our ventral turrets, right? Dorsal and ventral turrets are technically range close.
Okay. Right.
And then the
so
turbo
they're at
laser
long,
is medium.
Medium, close.
Turbo
So-
lasers at medium.
Now, the other thing is you got to realize how many can you go in a turn, right? So that comes off of your ship sheet.
Yeah.
How many can you close? How many, and also you can bet these guys can close like in the next turn to close and start firing.
Just out of curiosity, what is the slow firing rating on your turbo lasers?
1.
So you have to wait one turn to fire again. Okay.
yeah.
How about the ventral and dorsal?
And then, do
turrets?
you remember
They're
the
not
names
slow
of
at all.
these?
They are Aether Interceptors.
So we have 4 Aether Interceptors, 2 V-Wings, which have been modified for space flight, and 1 Jedi Starfighter. And like the Jedi Starfighter, that's a Shelby Cobra. It's very rare. You don't see many of them anymore. Clearly, Marzo's in.
Are they being
You
pod-
haven't seen them, but like Marzo rolls like that.
Would they be being podded by an ace?
Yes, they would. Thank you.
Yeah, so
That
I'm
helps.
down in my
That's a
little
lot. Oh yes.
where I'm in the ventral, right? So I'm in my little or dorsal. I'm in my little cannon going. Yeah, guys, we're getting out of here, right?
Well, I am going to engage us in a corkscrew slasher maneuver and activate intuitive evasion.
Nice.
Suffering 1 strain.
All right.
And then we're leaving, right?
All right. Just want everybody at the table to see what he just did. He took an action, and then he said, I want to do more. I want to take another maneuver. And he took strain on himself to do another maneuver. So a maneuver is pretty much anything but attacking. So if you want to move, further out. By the way, are you flying the ship?
Yeah, I'm the pilot.
How many ranges did you close in, or did you put away?
I didn't move. The maneuvers I specifically activated were intuitive evasion from Starfighter Ace, and invasive maneuvers is my other maneuver.
Got it. Okay.
I haven't taken a standard action yet.
All right, got it. Okay. So at that point, that was Michael Ravinsky, and excellent maneuvers. So you have put the ship into evasive maneuvers, making it more difficult for them to fire on you.
Yes, they increase their difficulty by 1,
That's great.
and because of intuitive evasion, they upgrade being when shooting at us by 1.
Oh, nice. That's
So they're
fantastic.
pretty much adding a red die to whatever pool they have.
That's great. Okay. So it's 1 red. Got it. Okay. All right. Great maneuver. So the ship's already starting to spin. Where are you?
I'm at the turbo laser waiting for them to get in a range.
Ventral or dorsal?
Well, we got to pick which one that is. So I guess we'll make it the dorsal.
Okay. Where are you?
Well, I'm going to be comforting the Ewoks
Oh,
because
excellent.
as soon as I heard over the comms,
Yes,
I'm
it's a bit of a
like,
petting zoo
oh
right
gosh,
now.
this isn't going to go very well. So I need the Ewoks to stay safe.
Ewoks.
There's not very many of them left. I got to keep the ones that are left very safe.
Very good story answer.
And the Ewoks on our ship
fantastic.
are all that
We
exist
give
in,
3 XP.
in the galaxy.
Good
to our
answer.
knowledge.
Where are you?
I'm
being a
in the
Jedi.
ventral laser cannon.
Ventral laser cannon.
Doing my best not to vomit all over the place.
Ash is in the co-pilot seat.
Yes.
Oh, hey, you're new.
And Ted has already taken his action.
It's the smokeless command
So who would like to go next?
Valcro, where's that Bantha kisser Maltzar at? What's his name? Would you say
Marzo.
Marzo at?
Yeah.
Point him out to me.
Wait, you're not actually planning on shooting at these guys, are you?
Just Marzo.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What's up?
Freighter.
Usul, as in infantry.
Hate space travel.
Yeah, we know.
That's cool.
Dude, focus on the moment.
I'm trying not to lose my lunch.
All right.
You lose your lunch, I'm not letting you have another meal.
Okay. Who's got an action for me?
Make the Ewoks.
I want to
bad
shoot
for
him.
me.
I want to shoot on him.
Whoa! All right. Okay. All right. Let's do it.
So, all right. So, what am I putting in my pool here? So, I got my gunnery. I got the boost Ted gave me.
All right.
What's my difficulty?
So you are still. He did not close. You are at long range. 3 purple.
Okay.
And get this. Marzo has gotten a lot better since you came across him last. He is a rival, and you're going to convert one of those purples to one of those difficulty dies to a challenge die.
Okay.
And in addition to that, there is basically you guys have just come close to a fairly large planet. You're still within the gravity well of that planet, and it's challenging. So that's another setback die. Yeah.
That's black.
Good luck.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do we get if we Flip the pool.
You would
Yeah,
upgrade
he
one of
can
those
take a
green.
green and he can convert it. He can take a he can take an ability
Alright.
die and convert it
do
to a
that.
proficiency die.
Okay, so I'm going to
He's
do
gonna
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Fantastic.
so of course, before firing, I'm going to take out a stogie, chop off a piece of that, light it up, as I go to light up Marzo. All right, so what do we got here?
You got a blank blue one.
That's never good.
Get rid of the blank. So
Well, if he's shooting, I'm gonna have to shoot now too.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, while he's doing that, every single Jedi at the table is going to take one strain, except you. You're going to take two, and the reason why is there was never even any conversation. They were flying in quickly. You never had a single communication, and you shot at them immediately.
Just started
The
shooting.
Jedi's know
Failure
that
right
is
now.
no way that you should
I
deal
know.
with anyone. Like, and you're like, oh crap.
So
Yeah.
while
Well,
he's
that's why I went dancing.
Yeah.
he's resolving the pool to build mine then. So I've got one gunnery, so that would give me one green.
Not
one
good.
Yellow, right?
Well, no,
Actually, what is gunnery
it's
based
based
off?
off agility.
It's based off agility, so I have
Right.
4.
Right. So
All
take-
right.
and then
So I got-
So I have 4.
Four is
I've got
like
one. I can turn
minus
convert
that,
one.
or-
Three green, one yellow.
This is your total.
So what do you
Right.
take?
And
So
then
if this number
I already did. No,
no,
I have to wind down.
Alright.
Okay, what do you got?
Oh, you
I've got 4 failures
Four now with the one we
and 2 advantages.
4 failures and 2 advantages. All right.
It was not good.
So at that point, you realize that these new guns are new, right? And that you just overheated them, and you're not going to be able to fire them on your next round, right? Now, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that.
I was going to be able to fire them on the next round anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, because they take a while to over.
They're slow.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. Yeah, so it's a complete failure, and you do have 2 advantages. How would you like to use them? Do you want to reduce strain, or do you want to give some boost die out?
I'm going to give out some boosts to
All right.
Bart.
All right. So, Bart, you have 2 boost dice, and I'm
the
going to
boost
grab
dice.
one more thing
The
here.
blue ones.
Blue ones.
Well, no, you have your roller.
Yeah, but if I don't want to use them, right?
Right.
So I'm going to use them as placeholders.
Oh, wait,
for-
actually, you have to use them. It says.
Oh, I do have to use them if I take my
yeah,
action?
on next action.
Okay. So then
Oh, I thought they were actually.
I will add my 2 boost dice. Because as soon as he starts shooting,
Separate out the ones for me,
I
please.
start shooting.
All right. Oh, and then give me one more. And by the way, you can only give one boost die to a person.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
so
one there. Where do you want the other one to go?
give it to, let's give it to the pilot.
All right. You got
Okay.
it. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're fine. That was yours. Yeah. All right. Got it. We're good to go. And and you just fire. Those lasers go everywhere. And now your difficulty is you're still at long, so that's going to be 3.
Okay, so hold
You're
on.
gonna put
I
in
gotta
3
figure out how to
purple.
get rid of this die here.
You might want to just start it from scratch.
No, I think I
Animate.
can do it this way. There we go. Okay, so I
and start
add,
at 3. Yeah.
So
So it's going to be
3
3
purple,
green.
3 green.
Actually,
Okay.
2 green, 1.
Well, I've got the 3 green, 1 yellow for my gunnery, right?
Yeah, and the
And blue
for 3
for the
it's
boost.
3 purple, which so it's actually 2 purple and 1 red.
And that one goes away, and 1 red.
And then one more, you have a setback die,
I have a setback die, which
which
is
is a black.
And then I'm gonna flip a force, which turns one of. I get a blue, right?
Yep.
All right.
All right,
There's my dice pool.
and I'm taking this back.
Yep.
All right.
And roll, baby. Let's see what I get. I have
Oh, that's gonna be weird.
3. That's
Oh, so it
advantages,
tells
right?
you.
Yeah,
It tells
it does the
you.
math
That's
for me. So I've got
2 fails.
2 fails and 3 advantages.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you want to do? You want to reduce strain, or do you want to
I can hand out dice, right?
Correct.
So I'm gonna reduce my strain by 1,
All right.
and,
And then you got 2 dice.
my 2 dice. I'm gonna give 1 to the pilot,
Okay.
and then there you go, and I give 1 to Joe.
All right, to the co-pilot.
Because
All right, and
you don't
so
need
that's
them to
and
keep the
next.
Ewoks calm.
Which one is your ship? Now, you're in the co-pilot seat, okay? He went into evasive maneuvers, but you also realized he did not close with them. You also saw lasers firing from your ship all over, not even remotely hitting, and you're thinking, these guys are too far out. Now, do you want to run away from them, because you got 7 ships coming in, or do you want to go straight for them?
We get to fire our guns
So you'll get to fire. Actually, now you know he's got a slow gun. He's not going to be able to fire
I
in the
will,
next turn.
but I'm also
he has one.
I'm also in that turret yelling through the comm to get us the hell out of here so I don't puke everywhere. I don't
He's
like
saying run.
I don't
All right,
like
but
space
wait.
travel.
I just want to say this. You're Pash. Are you really going to run?
No. Ash does not run.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just happen to not like space.
He turns towards
Ash
them. They're
is dangerous
corkscrewing
also.
at them now.
Also, you could also move us closer and shift the deflector shields forward to give us more defense.
Double front.
All right,
like
you
that.
got it. All right.
I like that.
All right, so
Talks
you're
in
bringing
third
him
person
in.
over the column.
All right,
Bringing
now,
him in.
Does
the
not run away.
YT-1300, how many ranges can it close in a turn? 2. All right. So you can bring
No,
currently
wait, I'm sorry, it's 1.
1 because it's slow.
I'm
Yeah,
used
it's
to
a
the
freighter. You're
I'm-
good. You're good.
I'm used to my interceptor, which can go faster.
All right, so we went from long to medium, okay? And that is everybody on your side. And actually he's bringing the forward shields up, right? And you guys are, everybody in the ship is like, oh crap, we're moving straight forward, right? And so you're a little bit surprised, and at that point, all these ships are start coming in, and it's their turn, and they're all at medium range. Oh, and get this, so what they're going to do is all of them, they're going to use their maneuver to go to close, and every single one of them is going to fire.
Okay.
And they
That's
just
a lot
come
less
in.
exciting than you made it
Yeah.
sound like.
All
So
right.
you're gonna corkscrew and make them all hit each other?
All right. So at that point,
The Corellian standoff is about to happen.
yeah, exactly.
It could be a real short
Anyone
session. guys.
ever play Corellian chicken?
I think we're playing it now.
Good point.
All right, now it's time to implement the last Starfighter maneuver.
The death flower.
I don't even remember what it's
Yeah,
called. I just
it's
remember
pretty
they
crazy.
spun the ship and shot in every
Yeah, that's
direction.
pretty awesome. All right. Okay. All right. So they're all coming in, and at this point, 1 second here.
I should have definitely went for one of the other guys.
Yeah.
That would have went better. Come on, cut off the head of the serpent, man.
I'm not sure that would help.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Pash thinks of himself as lucky. It's time to show that luck.
Exactly. All right. Okay. So, Marzo is going to fire on you guys.
Oh, also,
Whoa.
here's the difficulty, actually.
Yeah, and you're close, which is
Well, no, it's different from people range bands. They start at 2 difficulty
Yeah.
just by being in their range band.
gotcha. Okay. All right. So, all right. There's Marzo. Let me make sure.
Did
that's
we
right.
add a red die to his thing?
Yes.
All right. And yeah, show him in there. Okay. So he's got his pool, and it's got 2 and then 1. All right, and then also they're dealing with the gravity well as well. So I'm gonna put their setback die in there. I got my whole pool. Marzo takes the first shot. All right, Marzo has now. I'll show you how I'm actually building this. So this
Fail me challenge die.
this triangle, that's a failure. Okay.
Okay.
That
All right.
yeah, and then so what I'll do is I'll take this failure, and this star symbol,
wait a minute.
that's a success.
What about our shields?
I see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about our shields? It's giving 2 more setback dice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll roll those right now. Thank you. All right, and I added a threat in there. All right, so these 2 go away. This goes away. Oh, you failed me, challenge die. All right, these 2 go away, and then this turns to this. That goes away. He's got 3 successes.
Ooh.
He comes in. He is,
It's not gonna be
and he is using.
No, it's not.
All right, and he's using forward-mounted twin medium laser cannons, and they're going to deal 6 damage each. What's your soap?
Well, are they linked?
Yeah.
They need to get a success in order to activate linked.
Right, I have 3 successes.
No, I'm sorry, an advantage.
Okay, I got you. So he can only get with 1.
Correct.
Yeah, because I only have 3 successes. Right, so he's going to come in with 6.
So
he's gonna get to
is that
add
armor?
every-
Armor
Yes,
3?
armor.
and so that's 8. What is your armor is 3?
Yeah.
So you're going to reduce that to 5. He reduces it to 5. I needed advantages to trigger those criticals. I didn't get them. So there's no critical on the ship, but the ship is taking 5. And I need to know what the ship's at when you guys get a chance.
Okay, yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same pool and I'm going to roll it for
22.
Ooh, that's
the TIE pilots.
22 or 22 after?
And
Total.
that is going to be, yeah, that's good. And
17.
it's going to go there. And I'm going to flip one of these to convert one of my ability dice to a proficiency die. And I'm bringing in my next fighter pilot attack. All right. So, ooh, that's a triumph. Nice. All right. So we are going to
Die.
Yeah, it's going to get ugly. All right, so
I have a
this
spacesuit.
that goes to there. This gets pulled out. This gets pulled out. These remain. Wow. And this goes away. So all that remains is a triumph, two triumph, two, yeah, and then 2 strain, actually 2 threat. So there's going to be an issue on one of his ships.
Quick question: which guy was that firing?
Which guy is that?
The one closest to Bart.
I will show you right now.
This one, right?
Yeah, so when he comes in, this one right here, so that was Marzo, okay? This one right here, when he comes in, he actually clips one of his wings on your ship. Like, he fires at you guys, hits you, but then, like, clips one of his wings on his ship, so that ship is actually damaged. All right, and that comes from his threats. And then the Triumph is he's going to deal his full, he has 1 extra, that's just enough. So it's at 7. You guys are going to, so you're going to take 4 and a critical. And if you would, if somebody can find the ship critical, and we'll roll that, I'll go ahead and roll my next guy. There.
Go ahead and roll it.
All right, that'll work.
Unless the ship has durable.
I don't think it does.
Does the ship have durable, Dave?
I don't think so.
I installed that last session.
Ah, right.
That was a joke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the SS threshold?
The
All right,
what?
So I have 3 setback and
The system strain.
Oh, okay.
1. All right. Oh, and we're going around, and he's going to get a boost because his buddy just hit a critical against you guys. All right, and he was able to see that. All right, so so these 2 go away. All right, and then this.
Where's my challenge die?
This goes to this. All right, this comes out.
I don't think that was used on the last one either.
This gets rid of.
Yeah, that's because it's not the one guy.
that.
No,
And-
No.
his maneuver adds a red die to all of them.
Hold on 1 second. All right, and so I lost the maneuver there. He didn't hit even without it, but I will make sure to put it in there. He gets 3 advantage. I'm just going to wash that advantage, not allow him to give any bonuses to any of the other people to represent the red die. This guy misses, going right around. Okay, and all right, and that goes to a red, and these 3. Okay, so those shields are really helping. Oh, but the shields are going to help here, right?
Yes.
So I gave you shields all the way there.
Yeah,
Once those
fortunately, we
setback
doubled
guys,
fun.
those are gone. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Where's the
So
difficulty?
this is a threat, and actually this is a success. That's what you're looking for. It's really helpful. The failures that it gets rid of, there's none of them in there. This goes away. These 2 go away. These remain, and then there's a critical.
But where's-
That's actually triumph. Go ahead.
But where's the 2 difficulty die that comes into every attack roll?
No, they're at close range.
Yeah. They still have 2 difficulty on their
Right. So
attack
there
roll.
was 1, and that should be one more purple.
Well, no, 2 more purple.
No,
Because the
there's-
challenge die is the upgrade.
No. He gave it a purple die and then upgraded it to a red with the 2 maneuvers
so
he
it's in
did.
addition.
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
So, if you haven't been rolling that, then would the other effects?
So
We're not going to go back.
well,
now.
actually, it wouldn't have changed, and the reason why is nothing cancels a triumph.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so, but this does change, right? So this gets rid of this, and then he has 3 threat, okay? And actually,
And to triumph.
yeah, so he has 3 threat. Now, whenever you have 3 advantages, it triggers a critical, right?
Depending on the
your
weapon's
side.
critical rating.
Right. Yeah, that's true. It could be higher than that. This is 3 threats, means this went really wrong for him. So he got a great success. He's going to critical the ship. So he's going to deal his damage, and he's going to deal another critical to the ship, right? But he just took 3 threat. I, as a DM, get to interpret that, right? And what happens is that it's so bad for him that he flies through, and he hits one of the just small parts that was here, and it goes through his cockpit, and he literally flies just straight across and is dead. And that ship just keeps flying because the pilot's dead. All right, so actually take him, put him on the other side, if you would. Yeah, right, yeah, that's perfect.
Space
Yeah,
junk.
fine. Yeah, exactly. But he criticaled your ship beforehand, so he's going to deal 4 to your. That takes into account your shields, and it's going to be another critical. So what was the first critical on the ship?
You didn't roll it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You need
There we go.
percentile, right?
I got him. Yep. 53 is the first. Where's the ship at as far as points? Its threshold.
9.
Getting ugly.
One component on the attacker's choice is knocked offline and is rendered inoperable until the end of the following round.
One
Component
one
hit.
of the attacker's choice is knocked offline. All right. So that is going to be
Well, it's only a round, so.
The hyperdrive. Although we can't use it right now, so. Still calculating.
he's going to take the landing gear.
Okay.
Your landing gear is no longer functional. All right. Okay, and then here's the second. Here's the second critical. 25.
Losing power to shields. Decrease defense in affected defense zone by 1 until the critical hit is repaired.
So that's actually going to take place on this, on the next one. This next guy, I'll give he's the last one to get your forward shields, and so it's only going to be 2. And here is the correct difficulty pool. All right.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's the difficulty, and then these 2. Okay. Oh no, that's wrong. Hold on. There we go. Good to go.
Despair.
Oh, no, is that a despair?
That is a
Yeah,
despair.
that is a despair. All right. All right, so 1, this goes away. This goes to one of those and sweeps out. And then these go away, and this goes away. And, oh, man. Wow. Yeah, so...
Guy sucks.
He doesn't succeed, gets a despair. So
Yeah. And, okay, so, no, he does...
no.
No.
Despair counts as a failure.
It's a failure and the despair, so a triumph is a success and
This is a failure.
it's
So
both.
he has a net 0 with
Yeah,
2 threats
that's
and a
exactly
despair
right.
in there.
Well, that takes out 1 and remains standing. All right. So yeah, that's as bad as it gets. And so, same thing. He arcs around, fires and misses, and when he arcs around, he goes too far into the gravity well and spins down into the gravity well.
Oh,
All right.
look at that.
Okay. All right. And
They're
then
taking
these
themselves
last
out.
guys. Okay. All right.
As long as they each don't do 5 damage, we're good.
There we go. And then that's
Yeah.
correct. Shields are gone. So it's
Something
just
like
the
that.
gravity field.
We got them right where we want them, boys.
Heck yeah, we do.
Freaking triumph.
Holy cow.
Well, he didn't
Again?
succeed.
Yeah.
He didn't succeed.
The critical still stands though. All right.
Every time.
Well,
Yeah.
how do you make a critical hit if you don't hit, though?
You do. That's just it. Like it doesn't matter how many fails are still there. A critical still stands. Nothing cancels it. All right. Okay. So at that point, he has got 5 failures, 2 advantages, and a critical. Right. So he does not deal his damage, but he does critical the ship. So I'll roll that now. All right, and that is a 91. What do we got?
Engine damage. The maximum speed is reduced by 1 point to a minimum of 1. That's a severe critical injury.
Wow. Okay. So the ship is getting hammered, and then the last fighter, and so he's got, and that's the full pull. That's a full pull right there. I'm gonna roll it up. All right. A lot of failures coming out. That goes away. That goes away. This gets turned into 1 advantage. This gets turned into 1 failure. This gets turned into 1 advantage. He's got 2 advantages, no successes. Your evasions are successful, and you guys are fully finished with their attacks. And we're back at the top of the order. And also, the only other thing is Marzo flies in, and actually you guys can see. And actually Marzo, you see this Bothan now. Bothan is covered with fur, and he actually puts his cockpit up here, and there's just like about a 2 or 3 second space where he looks at you and you look at him, and then you guys realize it is Marzo. All right. And
now, does he react not seeing a tusk or a tentacle on this ship?
That's true. There isn't a tusk or a tentacle in the
cockpit.
Yeah, so that would be
There's
shocking.
a pair of humans.
I'm also dressed really well.
Right, that's totally valid. I will give him. I'm going to put in this setback die because he's unsettled on his next action. All right, and you guys took out 2 without firing a single shot. You took out 2 dudes. All right.
Well, it was not a single shot hitting.
Yeah.
All right. So are they using missiles in any way, shape, or form? Or is it just blasters?
Say it one more time.
Are they using missiles or just blasters?
They've not even broken. You would be able to see if they have missiles, and I can tell you right now, they do not.
All right, because one of the options here is spoof missiles, and so that's clearly not an option.
Can you hack their system?
That's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to attempt to slice.
Yeah. Did you spend time? You did not spend time with Poe Dameron, correct?
What do you mean spend time?
No, he did not.
Did
it was
not.
us.
Okay. So you did.
Yeah.
So you spent a lot of time with Poe Dameron, and all he did last time, he didn't pilot at all. He did a whole lot of slicing, and he was dealing with professional slicers. So you guys saw some new tricks. So each of you are going to. You can roll each of you can roll one of the green dice. If you get a single success, you will get one slicing. 1 rank in slicing that you learned from Poe. Go ahead, and you are now with them. You are part of Tusken Tentacles. You're going to get that chance as well.
Okay.
All right.
Nope.
All right.
No
dice. Okay.
So it's a success.
Yeah, you got it. So your slicing is 1 higher than it was.
Computers.
Right, and you are
Computers,
using Poe's Poe's roundabout. Go ahead.
All right, so that's. I'm going to use my boost. And that's 3. I'm going to use a force
Destiny point.
destiny thing. Upgrade that new one to a yellow.
Yep.
Anything else?
Oh, and you're slicing, correct?
Yeah.
No, actually, he's a great pilot, but they don't have much defenses as far as being sliced against. Good luck.
That's a triumph.
Boom.
3. What's the terminology for
Those are threats.
threats?
And you have 2 advantages.
Two advantages.
one
Those
threat.
cancel out that.
Yep.
So a triumph and a threat.
All right, triumph and a threat. A triumph. Okay, so you're able to take control of 2 of their ships. What do you do with them? You have 1 round.
I'm going to take this guy and just
Slam it right into them.
Crash him into the other
All right.
one.
First of all, you did not take Marzo, which I appreciate because that would be cool taking the biggest dude. 5 XP, I really appreciate that. It was a great story way of handling
He
that.
said you get to take control
those
of 2
and-
ships. That was only 1 ship he took control of.
Can I do
Absolutely right. You're gonna do the same with that?
Absolutely.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
Got you
All
with
right.
that one.
Well done. Well done. All right, and then actually, you guys go. So that was your action. Marzo's still there.
I'm shooting at him.
And so you're gonna shoot. You're gonna fire the pen. Okay.
I'm
got it.
going to shoot at him.
All right. What do you got?
So
Well-
can I assist?
Yes, you can assist.
Okay.
And
How
so,
does that work?
well, what you would do now at this point, I'm going to give it to you. But what you would do is you would say, you would look on your strains and say, he's look, he's using Varsian's pattern. Get him on the left, right? So you're just telling him, hey, I recognize the route he's flying. Anything like that will allow you to say, hey, I'm going to assist.
one of that.
It's better if you can do that, but you can always say, I assist.
Well, no. You,
I just want to know if I can do the action.
Absolutely.
But as far as that,
and by the way, you'd be looking through your own, and you'd be watching him and saying, oh, hey, I recognize this in his flight
I
pattern.
tell him to execute Stambot's Gambit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Now would be a perfect time for that one.
Yes.
So I've got my 4. Do I have any setback or anything?
Yes. Yeah. So you're
Two
firing at
difficult,
Marzo,
which is the
correct?
2 purple, right?
It's 2 purple and 1 red.
Well, no, he upgrades one of those to a red if he's a rival or nemesis adversary.
He upgrades 1. That's exactly right.
Okay, so that goes away and it becomes a red.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, he's right.
All
So
right.
that's the full, and you still have the gravity well. So there's one setback.
What is the assist do?
Which I already have, right?
Right.
What does the assist do?
What does the assist do?
What is his?
give
He
him a
wants to know
boost
what's
die?
the.
How does it work with does it augment my die pool in any way?
Give you a boost die or
Oh yes, it
upgrade?
does. It gives you
So
one
it gives
boost
you
die.
boost die?
Exactly.
And
right,
then
yeah.
since he's telling me, like he's tuning me into this, is there any way I can take on like additional strain and focus, hold it
Oh,
the
it's
last
a great
possible
point.
moment,
So,
right?
so
Like
yeah, so you can't attack, right? But what you can do is you can take another maneuver, right? And what I will allow is
To aim.
he can call out. You can call out to one of these guys and say, hit, take the shield bump him. You can use the shield to bump him. It's extremely dangerous. Like it can damage both ships, but it would definitely assist. And I'll allow it now. You're going to take strain to do it. They're going to execute it. It could damage your ship, and it could damage his ship.
well, let me take
But
the
it's
shot.
essentially an
Let me
extra
take the
attack.
shot first.
No, you got to decide now.
I have to do the maneuver.
Oh no, you're right. You
Yeah,
can
I can
take
take
the
the
maneuver
shot,
after. Go
and
right
then
ahead.
if I
you're absolutely right. Go ahead.
All right, so roll. Come on, triumph. Yes,
All
I have a
right.
triumph and 4 successes, right?
4 advantages.
Advantages.
Yeah, a triumph and 4 advantages.
So so
Is that another crit?
Wait.
yeah.
Well, no, wait. What's the
Oh
critical
yeah,
rating
those
on
are
the
that's a
weapons?
triumph. That's
So it's a
that's
triumph?
no successes, but triumph's fine. Actually,
that's
all
a
right.
double
So,
crit.
so you destroy Marzo, dead, right? Blow straight out of the sky.
Maybe this space travel thing isn't so bad after all.
Yeah.
Can we
All right, that's it.
please
You
get out
wreck
of here
these
now?
guys, all right? Now, the sad thing is, and all of you are like, oh, that was weird, We just killed 7 people, and not a single word was said anywhere. You have no idea why people died.
I
right?
said
He did.
Marzo.
He said something over the comm.
I told them that it's Marzo. And when this is
My point
this is a
there was
rival.
never any exchange between you and the people who flew in, and you fired first.
Well, the only people
Right.
conflicted are the Wookiee and I.
And technically,
Right.
I was
That's-
talking.
But here's another one.
We're
you guys. So at this point, you guys are flying around, and you look out,
And
and
doing
you just
repairs.
see black space, right? So you know they were here for a reason. You know there's a ship, and that ship is important, and they were with it for a reason, but you're not sure what. But at this point,
We got to do repairs and
right?
salvage.
And you want to do repairs in bulk, right?
No, we got to do repairs and salvage.
Salvage. Wow.
Yeah, like some
Okay.
of these ships, like the ones that just kind of get crashed together, that may be salvageable.
Yeah. That's a great point. All right.
Gotta do
Okay.
some mechanics check.
So I lost 2 cases of grenades because they didn't come over, which was 200 grenades.
But these are what's in the other.
But
crates.
yeah,
All right, so Tegeko Protector Combat Armor, Industrial Automation AccuStrike, Integrated Targeting Computer. Wow. A Rangefinder, and
there's actually 2 of those things because I got them for each set of armor,
yeah, that's good. And then,
and everything has a superior quality.
wow, that's fantastic. That's great.
And there's some weapon upgrades on there.
Did I give you? I already gave you, but and so all that gear's yours.
the
Enjoy.
good news is that 2 of these
And
are
you can
ones
pass that out
to
to whoever
repair.
needs it. Okay. All right. So you guys have that. Okay. We are done with that scene. You still have boost die. So one of the things that I just wanted to call out, and I'm going to call it out to everybody on YouTube. So this is a great game. I love this game to death. There's literally 900 pages of content, and I feel like I've really gotten a strong understanding of all the rules except obligation, duty, morality. I still struggle to understand what to do with all those. Morality is very clear. Paragon is clear, but obligation and duty, I don't feel like I've done a good job of giving you guys everything you should be getting for that. I'm still working on it. If anybody out in YouTube land can help me understand, because like to me, you drive your morality as high as possible, you get a Paragon, But do you drive your obligation low? Where does duty come in? It's much more difficult to deal
Well,
with.
you're like the one for Edge of the Empire. That's the one that you're I think that one's obligation.
Yeah, that's what you're trying to
That's the
reduce.
one you're trying to reduce because the higher that is, the more you owe in.
The
you know,
9-3 section has it for both.
So here's the issue, right? How do I deal with him owing Jabba the Hutt money when you guys are like dealing with intergalactic politics and are almost never on one planet for even 5 minutes?
You run the
That- wait, wait, that- hold
bounty
on.
hunters on Ord Mandel.
So that's my issue is,
Well, I mean that's going to be a situation where, like, number one, each person's situations aren't going to come up every session. Now you can either, as a storyteller,
Second one
write
incidental.
stuff in the background so that when that person's story comes up, okay, you owe money. These guys are coming after you.
I could give you a perfect example from episode 7. When they show up to the bar at Mystique's and there's two people right away are phoning in going, "Hey, we've got the
These
droid
guys
you're
are
looking
here."
for here."
Yeah.
exactly. But that was an
I find
off-scene
that
shot.
in here, right?
Like it's hard to think.
Well, like-
So here's the
yeah,
issue.
but I mean,
What I'm
that's-
saying. All right, so here's my fix
Talents I
until.
put here,
And I feel like
those
that's
are
the
your
one thing I haven't been able to deliver for you guys as a GM. So one thing I'm going to allow is, if at different scenes throughout the night, I'm going to allow boost dice that haven't been
Here's
used
your
to be
talents.
turned in for XP. So if anybody has a boost die now that you haven't used, you can turn it in for an XP. Do you have? I think you're the only one with boost die. Yeah. So you can deliver. You can give that back to me for 1 XP, or you can keep it. Your choice. What do you want to do?
We're supposed to use them to help the group, and we're done in combat. So unless I can hold on to these for mechanics checks, I'll turn them in.
All right. So you're going to get 2 XP. Did you want to take that 1 XP? That's experience points. It'll help your character be better. But it might be. But you can use that to make your die rolls better.
Well, let's see here. Are you a mechanic guy at all?
That's a great point.
No, you'd want to. You really don't have much in the way of mechanics. So if you want to attempt to do something to help fix the ship, so that you can actually get back to the guy you work for, or actually girl, you said
Yeah.
she was a captain. So if you're going to help, you would need that boost die to have.
So he's saying keep it. Right. Okay. So he does have mechanics.
No, he's just got a.
I just got
the
a
two
willingness to
intelligence.
jump in and mess shit up.
There you go. Actually, it seemed like it worked out. Well, I don't know. You guys wrecked them, but they did a lot of damage to you as well.
It was a little-
The ship has never been looking worse.
Evasive
Right.
maneuvers
does not
helped.
run
I mean,
away.
evasive maneuvers
Yeah.
took out half of them alone.
All right. So with that.
But so did I.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, 5 XP across the board for surviving that. And so at that point.
22 more to go.
Yeah. So at that point, you guys are wrapped.
Right back here.
And the next thing we're going to deal with is the Ewoks.
No.
So you guys have been going along,
Right there.
and you are now at a point where they're starting to work on the ship, and you
no.
feel like, okay, this is the time
If
to
you're not
go
turning
to
that
something.
in, you're getting
Did you
5,
wish
so
to
under
see if you
total
could
and
begin to
available.
train one of the Ewoks, specifically Juan
5
Gru,
and 5?
who is
Yep.
Lo Gray's
Because you haven't
grandson
spent anything for it yet.
in the
Right, I
Force?
have no
Absolutely.
experience,
How do
How do
you
you spell, what's his name?
WONGRU, Juan Gru?
Okay.
so am I
Yeah.
turning that in?
What was his
Do you want to put that in?
He is
grandfather?
Lo Gray's
Or do you wanna-
grandfather. And
Wait,
Lo
so
Gray
to
was the
give a
shaman
boost die
in
when
Return
he
of the
becomes an
Jedi.
apprentice,
The
then
Ewoks
he's
were
Whenever
part
you're
of the
doing a
party.
task.
That means we
So
all
if anybody is going to be able to understand the Force,
All right,
it's
so you're
going to
looking
be
at
you.
Lo
Okay,
Gray's
good. Good
grandfather.
idea.
If you
he's
if
Lo
you want
Gray's
to become
grandson.
an apprentice,
As-
then
as-
he becomes part of the party, and then we can all speak Ewok.
Repair talent.
grandson, and he was a shaman.
I guess technically that's how that
But
would
yeah,
work.
I'd absolutely like to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me how you do it. How do you explain to an Ewok to try to manifest the Force?
I'm not positive with that one.
Can I
Yeah.
assist
So
here?
now, whenever, yeah, go right ahead.
All right. Ewoks, are at their core like the scene on Return of the Jedi. they were originally planning to use Wookiees. Like they were planning to use those, and they felt that it wasn't a good direction for the story. So the reason that Chewbacca and the Ewoks got along so well is because they actually do have a very similar mindset. If you actually remember from the scene in
Return of the Jedi.
no, not Return of the Jedi. Revenge of the Sith. Like the planet Kashyyyk looks a lot like Endor. Like they have a very similar, natural bent. So a lot of the things that you would know as a Wookiee, you would actually share in kind
Yeah.
with the Ewoks. So your natural connection to the Force, you would be able to just share that with Wangru and see if he can see the same things that you do. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So in my mind, there's one like kind of simple, pure answer. You're leaning toward it. So at this point, tell me what you try at the highest levels of description. Just even if it's no more described than I'm going to try to teach him the Force right here on the spaceship. That's fine. If it's more detailed than that, let me know what you want to do.
Well, remember, your Jedi a lot of your Jedi powers are very nature-y,
Yeah.
and it's about all of these. Your
This might be
particular
easier
powers
to get on a planet
have
with
to do
green,
with
but I think I know what he's doing.
basically bonding and linking with other living things.
So I'm gonna explain to him. The Force is like a gigantic tree. When you become one with the Force, you become one with that specific tree. You become one with nature in general, and you can grow off of that. Like a tree has roots, you grow with them.
Okay, I'm following you. All right, and so at that point, we're going to go ahead and make the roll. And you are essentially trying to teach him how to use the Force. Now, this is going to be, okay, and so this is going to be leadership, right? And also, you can now roll
Education
your
as a career skill?
Force rating, okay? So, so take 2 of the white dice. Here you go, yeah. You can go,
That could be either
All right, roll them up.
Skuld, Underworld.
4 light side, good lord. Okay,
And
all right.
and
Do I
his
get an
morality
extra-
thing, does that give him the +1?
Yeah. Do I get an extra one for Paragon?
Yeah, that's
For an extra Force die?
No, +1.
Plus 1 light side because I'm a Paragon.
Yes. Yeah, so you have 5 light side points, which means you're bringing a flood of light in. Now, what leadership comes off of? Hey, Gabrielle.
My munchkins invade, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so presence.
Oh, this is nice.
I have
You can
2 in
speed
that.
by 1,
And what do you have in leadership?
Leadership.
which means
I don't.
if the
All
enemy
right,
engages
so
in evasive
that means you have a
maneuvers, it
tool
helps
of
me
2
pull
green.
off
Okay.
Okay.
this
I'm
maneuver
going to allow
advantage
you
cancel out the
to
evasive
give
Okay.
make both of those yellow. Okay, from your and you actually have 3 light side points that are remaining that
Skill
don't have anywhere to go.
I have it too. It
Now
takes
here's the
those
sad
black
part.
setback dice off of
This
the
is you were trying to uplift a
That's pretty nice.
race that has never exhibited Force powers. It is the highest difficulty, 5, formidable. Go ahead.
Pretty sure
and
there
if ever
was
you
one.
want to,
I think I saw
go
it somewhere on the
first.
Wikipedia.
You can just
That
Oh,
was.
no, no, no.
strain and gain 1 success on.
That's a whole conversation.
Can,
We're
can
not
he
gonna
flip
do it.
flip a light
I
side
will
point?
absolutely do
Uh,
that when I
At
can.
what level? At what stupidly
Oh, yeah,
extended
Well, no, it won't
flip a
help.
light
Star Wars
Oh yeah, it
universe?
will. It's
What
true.
do I
Gives him
do?
another green, right?
You added
That's,
green. That's exactly right. Now, here's the
That's it
problem.
for now.
I'm reverting 3
And
of
then
these
you
to
still
red.
skill ranks
You
like
don't
this.
know why. Okay. Now, does anybody at the table know why?
Because you hate you hate Ewoks?
No, no.
No, because there's only 8 of them left.
All right, so this is just pure player knowledge, but I'm going to say it now because I think it's really interesting. This is the terriblest place to do it. He said it. He said it right out.
Yeah, he said-
You should have been in the middle of a forest trying to teach him. Like you could do this to Luke Skywalker because he was a pilot, right? So that's his. But
lived on
trying
the
to teach
fringe.
him on a So now that's player knowledge at this point, not character knowledge. Good luck. It's going to be exceptionally difficult.
Oh, I got a despair.
That's a despair. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Oh, he's gonna be a Sith.
He might have succeeded.
Oh, that's a despair.
He might have succeeded though.
Here we go.
These are- that
Force
was
sensitive
not-
Ewok Row was a warrior, master hunter, and exceptional musician in Age of the New Republic. No idea what part of the expanded universe that came out.
Oh, ooh, he succeeded,
then-
but with a lot. Oh,
I didn't.
wait.
Does this cancel one?
Yeah.
Success
That
out?
counts as a failure.
Okay,
So,
so then that goes
so you
away
have-
as well.
so you have 3.
Yeah.
So you have
3 threats and a-
And 3 threats and
With a
So
resolve
1,
despair.
your strain goes up 3. Okay. And in addition to that, oh, by the way, everybody
Start
here,
shooting
you guys are
lightning
you're unsettled on two different things. You're unsettled that you killed 7 people and you never talked to them, right? That's that's 1 strain to everybody here.
Then
Okay.
you-
I'm,
you
I'm
already done
actually
that.
going to fight that one.
Okay.
I
go
don't
ahead.
think that really bothers me that much.
This guy is a rival, and
Yeah, and
he's
we fought
attacked
him in
us
the
before,
past.
and as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I think they're the front runners, but he would have saw our ship and he would have attacked. He had superior numbers, He would have.
And he's been trying to get the Star Kraken from us for years.
It's true, but the problem is he never shot a single blast. He never even said a word. All he did was fly towards you quickly. Period. Done.
I don't
You don't
think
kill a man for that.
like
We need to work on our communication skills.
And all I'm costing you for it is strain, and I will not apologize for causing everybody at the table strain for that. In addition, another strain because you know there's a ship out there, still there, and you're fixing your ship, right?
Well, yeah,
While there's a ship that's coming in, and you're not sure what it's hauling. Okay.
But as far as I'm concerned, like this was their protection based on what I know about Marzo. So like the other ship that's coming in is a freighter. Like it's not going to have,
So here's my question: if you were in the middle of space in a ship that was extremely damaged, and you knew that there was a ship who hired 7 mercenaries to protect them, and you don't know where that ship is, you'd be completely fine with that. It would not raise your strain at all.
No.
You can't sell me on that one. Go ahead. All right. Okay. So at that point, you guys are all across the board up to strain, and at that point, you actually realize it was the worst possible way to do it. And what's even worse is the two of you. You realize that he's not getting it, and you kind of like open yourself up to the Force, and you actually attempt to go in and kind of lift his spirit with the Force, kind of connect with him, and essentially you are able to sense the Force power within him, and you realize that not only is Wangaru unable to control the Force in any meaningful way that would be equivalent to what a Jedi is, the Ewok race is completely incapable of being Jedis. And then you're like, you come away and there's probably a tear coming down your Wookiee face because you realize there's only 8 of them left in existence, and there's no way they're ever going to be able to wield the Force. Yeah. All right. Okay. So at that. However, that was the biggest swing in the game that I have seen, bar none. Right. No one has tried to take an entire race that did not have Force and bring them into Force. So that evening, you have 3 additional light side Force points that I didn't give you anything for. So for those 3, and for by far the most impacting decision on the entire game, the entire session last time came from your desire to bring the Wookiees into the Force and make them Jedis. I'm actually going to raise your entire Force rating to 3. So, and that's and so it's a huge reward, but it's also a dead stop to that entire line. All right. Okay. All right. With that, we're continuing forward. And
so what do I need to do to start fixing stuff?
Yeah. So I need a mechanics roll. What do you want to fix first? Do you want to bolt out with all that other stuff damaged, or because right now, in order to hyperspace,
well, the landing gear was only a temporary thing, so that's
you got to fix that.
No, it's disabled for 1 round.
Oh, you're good. You're fine.
Until the end of the following round.
Oh, you're fine.
So that was just
it's nothing.
A minor thing. So what
you
is
actually take that one off the pile?
Okay.
Thanks.
So what do we actually have?
It wasn't the shield. The shield was the
Losing
same as
power
well,
to
right?
shields
That's fine.
and engine damage.
Can I see the shield one?
I thought the shield one was only for 1 round as well.
Ooh.
That engine damage is a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shield is permanent
Okay.
and until fixed, and the engine is damaged. Wow.
So might I suggest we work on the engine first?
All right, now here's a question. It doesn't.
That's why we're not going to her, Scott. Our engines are damaged.
It doesn't affect me right now, but mechanics is intelligence. I have or intellect. I have intellect of 2, so that's that. If I were to decide to buy another rank in mechanics because I can't increase my intellect,
That's what you get.
okay,
So
it just goes the other way.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, how about you let T3 and I try the engines first, because this is our positive pool first.
Okay.
All right. It's going to be 2 purple.
Well, actually, it's 3.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's fantastic. Appreciate that. And then yours. So the engine damage is 3, and the fixing the
shields is one.
Shields is one. Also, fixing the nav computer is 2.
Okay.
Right. And so you want to do the shields or the nav computer?
I'll do the shields.
All right. Okay. You're good. All right. Let's roll them up. All right. And then also one setback die because of that looming. You're doing this under the idea that a ship could come out of nowhere.
Which one of you has the higher intellect?
I have a 2.
2.
No, there's 2.
Oh. These two. I have a 2.
Intellect is a 2.
Okay. Well,
And I do not have any ranks in mechanic.
Scott,
but you don't either, right?
would I have gotten any XP
Alright,
from
so-
that or anything?
Do you
So,
know what
I'm
a rank
gonna-
3
I'm-
force rating is worth? It's like 30 XP, dude. Are you kidding me?
No, it's worth like 100 because
Yeah,
it's
it's
all the way down
ridiculous.
here.
Yeah.
You got 100 XP for free.
okay.
Don't complain about that.
Okay, so I'm gonna take control of the
welcome.
story a little bit here. Tuscan Tentacles so far, he has been our pilot. I've been our mechanic, and I've been working with with Rin. No, he's Rin. You're
I'm Rael.
Rael. To kind of every once in a while assist me with stuff in case something happens. So he's gonna assist me here.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I am.
So do I get a boost die for that?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, here's what I got. 1 success, 2 advantage. I also have 2 ranks in solid repairs to repair 2 more hull trauma. So I guess I succeed in repairing damaged engine.
So what did you have left?
1 success, 2 advantage.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, absolutely. It's completely fixed.
Can I recover 2 strain or give it to someone else?
You absolutely can recover 2 strain or give them out as boost die. What do you want to do?
I got 2 successes on the shield.
I only have 3 strain left.
Well, I can't give you
Yeah, you can. All you have to do is say one.
All right.
All you'd have to do is walk past them and say engines are fixed. That literally anything
right.
brings strain up.
I'll do you one step further. I'll say engines are fixed, see him in his turmoil and go, it's all right. Sometimes the Force shuts doors but leaves others open when it does.
2 XP. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Does my
All right.
strain go up at all?
Shields are fixed. I got
So
2
shields are
successes.
fixed. Fantastic. Do you guys want to try the nav computer?
Yeah. So these are both going. Awesome.
Oh,
And,
you know what? I'm sorry.
How many spare
Hold
successes
on.
did you have?
So actually,
So you had one other success?
So I gave
I
you.
had a
I
total
gave
of
you
2
the,
successes.
So
since you guys had
one
2
more. So 1 more hull traumas repaired.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
How
That's
many
great.
traumas
Okay.
have we repaired so far?
So I got 3. He got 1 more. So it's 4.
Yeah, and now
So-
let me know where you're at. And
13.
Out of how much?
22.
14 out of 22.
13 out of
13 out of 22.
All right, so then, if him and T13 are going to go work on the nav computer, since I'm actually a mechanic, I will be able to assist as well. I don't know if that adds any additional boost die, beyond, but
1 boost.
So one, I gave you guys that whole round, right? Because that ship was at a distance, right? But that distance is now closed. I'm going to roll this die here. Blanks or threats, they're not going to close in on you. Failures or despairs, that ship's going to come around.
Okay.
All right. So you guys see the ship at extreme range, and you're convinced it does not see you. What are you going to try to
Okay.
do?
What kind of ship is it?
What
we
information
identify
do we
the
have?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah. All right. So
Is that a perception? Is that a scan?
yeah, it is a scan.
Scan the enemy. 3
What
perception.
range does your laser?
Well, don't perception. You're not going to beat me.
Medium.
So that's 3.
They're different.
What's different?
The range categories. Personal combat, ship
Yeah.
combat. Yeah.
All right. So, is it a standard scan roll?
It is a scan roll 2 difficulty.
Scan the enemy.
2? Okay.
Yeah, 2. And yeah, and I'm looking for your ship here. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, you're good. I got it. You're good.
I've got 3 success, 3 advantage.
3 success, 3 advantage.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
You are 3 success. All right. It is a YV-929 armored transport. Okay, and the other ones you have 3 advantage. I'm going to use the other 2 to give you the other one. It is packed with Hosnian ore, okay? And it is headed toward the outer rims. Does anybody at the table remember what Hosnian ore is?
No, but I'm guessing
It's what was in the thing that he smelled first in the first session.
That's exactly right. All right, so Hosnian ore, the Hosnian system was destroyed by Starkiller Base, right? And it was, and you actually see it in the film. You see it fall into parts, right? There is a massive, air quotes, gold rush for Hosnian ore. You guys have been hearing that X-wings, starfighters, performance is higher, more energy, less output. It is a fantastic source of energy, and it's so powerful that they're even thinking that there are other uses, that there's a lot of science that's going around them. But it's so while it should be like, wow, there's this wonderful source of energy, there's also this massive problem where it is only picked out of the graves of millions of Republic citizens. And when they're doing this mining, they're literally shoving bodies out of the way to get to it. So so this is an entire ship packed with Hosnian ore that is headed to the outer rims. And that's
Did you share that information with the rest of the crew? So,
I see a ship in need of an escort.
I see a ship that may be overloaded and could probably use a little bit of relief on its burden.
Well, come on, man. We're not pirates.
Well, no, but we want to make sure that...
We had a beef with Marzo. He deserves what he got.
Yeah, but, I mean, this is going to the Outer Rim. I mean, we know the New Republic definitely doesn't operate out there.
Like, from the information I got, where are they in
going and where are you going? Yeah.
No, forget where I'm going at the moment.
Yeah.
Where are we in relation to its final destination?
Extreme range, and you get the idea that it hasn't seen you.
How far away from where we are to its current destination?
Very, very far.
There's a star map.
Very far. You know, like days or weeks.
So...
Oh, by the way, they're kind of heading, like, you guys have to go back to Coruscant to deal with Statora and all that. So they're going the opposite direction.
Okay, well...
So might I just point out that if we bring back an entire freighter worth of, this awesome material, it might really smooth over the conversation with the General. Just throwing that out there.
If you go up the steps, as soon as you go through the door, immediately go to left.
So anybody want to go take a closer...
How many crew is on that freighter? That's a huge ship.
Yeah, it's a great question. All right, so...
Passenger capacity?
Actually, who has piloting space 2?
Yo!
All right. Yeah, you two?
Okay,
so you guys know it.
I only have one.
So, it is a Corellian engineer manufacturer. It has... one pilot, one co-pilot, 2 gunners.
You do.
And it can have ship's complement, and then passengers 6. So it only has 3. It has 1 pilot, 1 co-pilot, 2 gunners, and it has room for 6 passengers, but tons of storage space.
Come on, guys, we got this. And seriously, we'll bring this back, smooth things over with the General. You guys get your seats
Who's
on the
on
Jedi.
there? I mean, we're not going to fire first again. Come on, guys.
I'm just throwing it out there. You're going to want to get back in with the General, right?
We all do.
Well,
sorry.
Speak for yourself.
Most of us.
I'm just saying this is a really good way
Any
for...
markings? Identifying markings?
Oh, we know they were dealing with these scumbags.
They're clearly they're not Imperials, and essentially, and they're clearly not with the Resistance or the Rebellion. And the way they're heading to the Outer Rim, it seems like you guys have seen these kind of guys before, kind of hard-scrabble pilots and gunners who come in, get valuable things, and bring them out to these really hard to live on worlds, but the people who live there kind of live like kings because there's nobody there.
Right. So we're doing this thing like in Toxic Tentacles that we do every time, where like I'm kind of like in the middle ground and he's kind of like goody, and he's like, let's freaking murder them all and rape their grandmother and take the stuff.
You're exactly right.
Hey, look, these guys, come on, let's think about this.
And stomp on their puppy.
Even the Jedi can get behind this. I mean, these guys had to go and grave rob to go get that material. The least we can do is respect.
That was respectable salvage where I come from.
Respect. I'm trying to make an argument the Jedi are going to go with here, which at least help me out.
All right.
How about talking to them first?
We had a beef with Marzo.
These are Marzo's people.
No, they were hired by Marzo. We all know that.
you know,
Mars will work for anybody.
I don't see the difference.
you know, once battle is engaged, you know, they could have chosen to say, well, we can't take them. Let's veer off. And this is this is the spoils of war as I look out at the variety of ship parts and stuff that's out there.
I see that as the spoils of war. I mean, this is parts and peanuts. That's retirement.
Piracy is just bad for business.
Yeah, but you come home with that, you no more business you got to worry about.
Yes, but what
I was
happens?
going to ask where we got it from.
What happens if it gets
We
away?
came across a damaged freighter.
I'm not going to lie to him. You
don't have to.
well, he's going to ask me.
You tell him it was damaged. I guarantee you it'll be damaged.
All right, you guys realize that your extreme range, they're about to come into scan range. What is your decision?
Open up a hailing.
They're in need of an escort. We could escort them.
Yeah,
we can't spend the weeks
It's a
taking.
great question. Do you want to go to the outer rims?
It's a job. Centaur's pissed at us.
And I'm telling you,
He needs time to cool off.
wanna get him
If
unpissed?
be pissed longer, the
All right,
longer we're
and
not.
at that very moment, you guys get a message coming in on the long range on the long range message, and it is a really broken up staticky call from Poe Dameron. He comes on and he goes, I really need your help. He says, I have successfully taken out the entire finalizer. General Hux, Kylo Ren are dead. He says, but it damaged my ship, and we have, and he says, and we've had to take refuge inside a spinning meteorite. He says our ship is completely unable to travel, and we are. And he says, and as some of the systems are starting to break down, I could really use a rescue. Can you guys help me?
Oh, I'm going to that.
Right.
I'm
We
going to that.
need to go to that. Can we lock one of these ships, just whatever one is in the best condition? Can we latch it onto us and go?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll allow that. Okay. Yep. Yeah.
So which one of the? Well, I think.
Do you want a V? Do you want a V wing? Do you want the Jedi Starfighter? Actually,
Well, the Jedi Starfighter can
yeah.
pull apart.
Do you want the V,
So-
a V wing or an Ether Sprite?
Which has got a better value?
Ether Sprite. Here's what I can tell you. Ether Sprite is what Anakin used, and the V wing. I'm sure they ever showed up in the films. Did they?
I think the V-wing looks cooler. What do you
did.
guys think?
Yeah.
Which one's the V-Wing?
The V wing is the.
Yeah, I like that one.
The Ether
Yeah.
Sprite is more rare.
Yeah.
They
Well,
all
let's go
look,
with the rare one, Ether Sprite.
they all look
All
like
right.
10
Okay.
foot
So
long
you're
death
bringing the
traps
Ether
to
Sprite
me.
in. Got it. Okay.
What's Kelly
All right.
say?
All right. So actually,
Kelly's Blue Book.
Do the voice too, mate.
well,
Go
and
ahead.
here's the other issue. You guys have two pilots. Do you really want to strap, to actually both? Well, actually, you're about to go into hyperspace.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can take it along. Who do you want to pilot it? Who do you want in it? Do you want a pilot in it?
The
No, I mean,
almighty
we're gonna
Bash.
Send somebody over there, attach it to our
You have
ship.
no intention of using it as a
Yeah,
fighter.
yeah.
I got it. Okay. All right. So at that point, you guys. And you have not fixed your nav comp, right?
No, we did.
Oh, you're okay. You're good. All right.
Since my idea is off the table, I'm going to go back to my little space and do some maintenance on my weapons.
So that you guys are agreeing that is off the table. You're not going to take that ship. Or
No, we're not
escort
going to
it?
take. We're not pirates.
Got it. All right. Hosni, a whole bunch of Hosni ore.
You're throwing away
right
a
up to the
fortune
outer
here.
rim. Okay. You guys and you guys immediately blink out, go back to hyperspace, and actually at that point you are on your way to pick up Poe Dameron, and a large conversation comes out. Right? That you guys start to think about. So, somebody tell me, what does it mean if you bring Poe? So, what is your intention with Poe Dameron?
Well, we're bringing back the killer of Leia Organa's son.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
We're also
Exactly.
bringing back the guy who killed the psycho who destroyed the entire whatchamacallit system.
Cosnian system.
Yeah, Cosnian system.
Right. So, one, you guys are. So it sounds like you're intending to go back, restore your relationship with the Resistance, restore your relationship with Admiral Stator.
Any disciplinary action, yada yada yada. Yeah.
Do you wish to rescue Poe Dameron, send him on his way, maybe in a nice new Ether Sprite, or I say,
Well, we can get we can get to him and talk to him, potentially fix his ship and send him on his way. But we can talk to him and say, do you want to come back with us? We understand that you're this.
that's exactly why I'm talking to you right now.
Wait, are
Poe
we-
Dameron is a you understand
wanted.
it. He is a resistance criminal. Exactly. So when you go get him, so it sounds like Valcro has absolutely no intentions of bringing him in
we're not going to bring him in chains.
Right.
Like, you know.
Does anybody else at the table feel that way?
I haven't accepted that
I
bounty.
mean, I don't know.
I don't have
Oh,
any.
wait. This is important. You are a paragon of the light side. This guy killed 5,000 conscripted stormtroopers. Stormtroopers who were captured by the Empire, right? He took their lives without a second thought to kill one man, Kylo Ren. He did this when he had been ordered not to by General Leia Organa. The force impact was so strong, you felt it 20 stars away. Do you really have no intention of bringing him in? If there was ever a criminal, maybe Poe Dameron's on that list now.
Yeah.
What's your intention? What is Gar going to do? Is he going to let that guy just go on his way? Is he actually going to give him a mode to
I fully
escape?
intend to bring him in with us back to.
I don't think he should just go away, but I definitely
Preferably
think
not.
he should go back with us and like explain himself
I just want to point out.
to the general.
Now you do know if he comes back, the odds of him not being in shackles within 30 seconds and a prisoner in a resistance brig are about 1%.
I'll take it.
So I also want to throw it out there. When did we decide that we're going back to the Resistance? Because I don't remember having that conversation on board my
Great
ship.
question.
Our shit.
Our ship.
Whatever.
That happens all the time.
I mean,
Like, it's frequently said in unison.
That's perfect. Okay, everybody knows what's at stake. Your ship comes in, and you guys fly up, and actually, you guys do a masterful job of just kind of setting the Star Kraken into perfect floating orbit with this meteorite.
Well, I mean,
Right.
we've got some stellar pilots
Yeah,
here. so-
exactly.
we had pirates.
And,
And,
and by the way, do you guys remember like the spiraled hatch on top that Lando Calrissian?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he's in a suit and he comes down that, and and he comes in, and immediately who helps him first. All right, he gives you a big hug, the same hug he gave to Finn. He's like, "Thank you so much. I can't believe you helped." He goes, "Kylo's dead. We did it. We did it!" Right? And he just kind of like grabs you. Like he's so excited.
Did you feel his death as the rest of us did?
Yes. I feel. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The ship literally rocked.
No.
I didn't feel a thing. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I
He
felt
goes,
recoil.
What do you mean?
he's talking about that silly religion they all subscribe to again.
Oh, do you mean the Force?
Yeah.
That his death. Well, he was clearly
we were far from you, and we knew of your mission, and I could tell you the moment you were successful.
He says, "I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I thought there'd be celebration across the galaxy. I mean, he was our greatest threat by
Well,
far."
oh, I just want you to think about what you had to do that. How are you much different from him? You killed him, Leia's son, and all the people that were taken against their will to serve under him.
So there is absolutely well. First of all, 3 XP for being there. Well, you know what? Actually, because you guys made that decision together, right? I'm giving 3 XP across the board. Okay.
I don't know. Them troopers are soldiers. They could leave at any time.
2 XP for interacting with him and explaining him the impact on the Force that Kylo's death had, and 2 XP for you actually questioning him. And you see, there's absolutely a moment where he realizes kind of the extent of what he's done, and then he goes, "So you see, he says it's only taken a couple of days for you to forget Han Solo, to pretend that he was never part of the Resistance, that we don't owe the Empire being kicked out of multiple galaxies, being kicked off of hundreds of worlds for Han
Well, they did
Solo."
murder
At the
a whole
cost of-
solar system too, didn't they?
Exactly.
At the cost of what?
Go, Poe,
You were
go,
a
Poe,
hero.
go.
What's happened to you now? You're a criminal in their eyes.
He goes, "I was never a hero. I was just an X-wing pilot."
People look up to you. People respect you. They use you as a motivational source.
I hate to say this, but you're speaking in the wrong tense.
He was. That's why I said was.
Dude, Poe, remember
you
when
said
Luke
hard.
Skywalker
it's-
blew up the Death
thank
Star and killed an entire friggin' species on Endor? They seem to have gotten over that and made him into a hero, so I'm pretty sure you got something to go on here.
All right, and he goes, "Well,
Did he blow up 2 Death Stars?
He says,
No,
there's
Lando
He
blew up
says,
the other one.
you guys are right.
Tense correct. Thank you for
Clearly,
tense
my
correct.
days with the Resistance are done, and the reason why is I believe I could be a powerful pilot for the Resistance for all the days of my life, But General Leia, you are correct. That was his son. She'll never allow me to hold any significant role within the Resistance again. I think I got to head for the Outer Rims.
Have you considered piracy?
I know.
He says, listen, I saw you guys have that Aether Sprite. I got 20,000 credits left. Could you sell it to me for 20,000 credits?
20,000 credits? What's it really worth? Like,
More.
It's a good question.
More.
how much could we
More.
get for that?
Wait, it's hold on.
It's in the Force and Destiny book.
Yeah. Now it's used. What's the blue book?
How many miles has it got on it? How many light years was on that baby?
Yeah, here we go. Almost there. Okay, it is right here, and 78,000 credits.
Oh, that's
So
that's off the
worth
line.
At least half that. At least half
So,
that. He owes you 40 to 60K.
I think we can get 60 for it, and I think that 2/3 to half the table want to take him back anyway.
Take him back. Whoa. Okay.
Take
All right.
him to the Resistance.
So he's got a $20,000 offer on the table. And he says, Rin, can you take it? That's all I got. I'll give you more later.
I think my friends here, they want to bring you back to the Resistance.
Bring me in. Are you? He says, don't put me in shackles. Are
Don't
you kidding
worry,
me?
they're not taking you in.
He says, all right. He says, finally,
So-
somebody speaking some sense.
I have the move force ability. What can a force rank 3 do for me?
Well, no,
it's a
wait.
great question.
How
So,
many-
yeah.
Get yourself
How many
shot.
upgrades have you bought in it?
I don't think I got the first one.
Then
So-
you can move small objects.
So here's what happens.
I thought-
So you actually
Short range.
Yeah. So basically, you could pull his blaster out of his holster and pull it to you.
I didn't know if the
you
higher
can
my
pick 'em
force
up.
rating was, the better things.
You have a better chance of having it succeed.
All right.
okay.
What did you want to try to do?
I was gonna potentially stop him from going away if I could have controlled the spaceship.
His spaceship. Oh, that
The one that he would have,
yeah.
the one that he would have taken away with.
Interesting.
Well, he's not going anywhere on that because it's derelict. He wants to get away on our ship or the Aether Sprite.
All right. So at this point, the offer's on the table. What happens? What do you guys decide to do with Poe Dameron?
I shake my head, turn my back, and walk away.
Whoa! Wow.
Just as he's
All right.
just as he's turning away from his duty. Yeah, that's oddly emblematic.
All right. So
Yes.
no one is anyone here going to give him the codes to open up the Aether Sprite and escape? Wow. Okay.
No, I'm gonna sit down on the couch. I'm gonna toss my feet up on the sabacc table. I'm just gonna see how this plays out because I'm not letting him get thrown in shackles for something silly. So
So here's what's happening, okay? At this point, he can't actually even leave the Star Kraken because he doesn't know the codes to get out,
he's
right?
welcome.
All right. So because I'm assuming all your doors have a code to enter and exit, right?
So the comm links, right? Do they have like a broadcast as well as you can just talk to like one person?
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna go off to the ship, either one of my gunnery spots or where the pilot, where they're all away from where they're discussing. I just kind of seem disgusted. And then was it Rael?
Yeah.
And then I comm link just to Rael. I'm like, let them take them. We'll just let them off when they're not looking.
All right.
So let me go take a look at his
All
ship.
right, hold on, man.
See
You know
what's
what?
going on with that.
I'll tell you what.
His
them take him. We'll
damage
let him
ship.
off.
Oh,
We'll take his
It's almost
20.
junk.
I'll cover the balance of your half. of that,
there's no way it would
that-
take
what-
probably
that
2 or 3
spray to
days.
get him out of here.
What type of ship is it?
That's a good question. It is.
Sound good?
Show you what he's got.
Perfect.
All right. I got some scratch laying around.
Take the money and the used crusty ship.
Seeing if there's anything actually, in and of quick use. Because it's, we're clearly not gonna be able to fix it.
Yeah, it's a standard YT 1300 freighter. It looks like it had a lot of engine work done, and its its speed and its handling were one higher than a standard YT freighter. So if it was fully restored, it would be a YT.
Hey, that's our ship, right?
Yeah. Well, is that what you guys have?
Oh yeah, yeah. The
It's
YT
equal to your ship,
1300.
and that's good. I mean, it's a good ship.
So,
So that
But
means
it's hammered. It would take days of the two of you working on it. At
How about we
minimum.
just take out the functioning hyperdrive unit that we seem to have so much
Whoa,
trouble
whoa,
with?
wait a minute. No.
First off,
Absolutely. Oh, you
it
already
was the
fixed that.
Navicomputer.
Navicomputer,
that was-
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we've already
that's
fixed the
fixed.
Navicomputer,
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
so
And I've got a new hyperdrive sitting here.
Okay, so we're good.
so
Do you?
I one of the upgrades is a hyperdrive upgrade.
You have an extra one. You're saying?
It's got the old one.
On the crate, yeah, an upgrade.
Oh, yeah, that you haven't installed.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay.
a hyperdrive generator, advanced targeting array, and high output ion turbines.
So the speed +1, the handling +1, is that something, those systems, can I extract those?
Oh, yeah, to put onto yours? Yeah,
It'll
okay.
it'll
I'll
take
allow
days,
that.
though.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. In order to pull them out, put them in your ship, and then install later, you can do that in a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I'll allow
do
that. Okay.
All right, so why don't you
Yeah,
guys
you
go
know
ahead
what,
on over
so-
to the other ship, start working on pulling that stuff out. We'll start getting some stuff cleaned up here and
Oh,
get
the
ready
only,
to head out.
the only issue, though, that you realize is the only thing, because you've dealt with him, is that does give him opportunities to escape.
Don't worry, I'll watch him. I won't let him go.
Do I need to roll?
I'm going to
Do I need
assist
to roll
with
an
watching.
opposed vigilance check against his deception against that?
All right. Okay. All right. So at this point, all right. So you're going to go get the parts.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So you guys go over to get the parts.
Hopefully,
You can-
hopefully this is,
You're going to make a mechanics roll. Because it's a 2 mechanics roll, but you're going to take 2 setback dice because you're doing it under stress of time.
Yeah, never
Okay.
mind. I'll just remove those.
Right. Because of your ability.
Yeah.
Nice. You're good. You're good. That's if you have it. You don't.
What is it? Sense danger. I can remove 2
Yeah.
setback.
That's fantastic. All right. So at that point, now are you using the force to do that? Are you using the force to
Yes.
remove those setback dice?
Yeah, it's from
The force sensitive emergence.
force
Yeah,
sensitive
that's
emergence.
fantastic. So you're using force to actually work on your mechanics, which clearly we've seen before. Anakin had done that.
Just like here, there's.
But Poe is absolutely going to bolt for it, so we're going to roll that as well. All right.
Remember I said I'd watch him.
All right.
And-
So
I'm helping watching him, by the way.
yeah.
Okay, about to say.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and make your roll if you would. What do you want to do with Poe Dameron? Do you have any stake in it? Do you want to try to stop him from escaping? Do you want to help him escape?
Actually, I'm going to bump up to its Fask. Is that
Pash.
Pash? And whisper in your ear. You want to make a quick 10K?
Pash absolutely does.
Yeah.
All right, so
Go
you said-
cool your heels in the co-pilot seat.
He's saying
That's all you got to do.
Look
So
the
you
other
said
way.
standard-
I can do that. Get locked up.
Yeah,
standard
being a
2?
smuggler. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So at this point,
So,
you're going to your question. What was your question?
Standard 2, you
we
said?
need,
Yeah.
need to distract
That's it.
the
You're
bull-
good.
bull-
Go ahead. Do it up.
Any
All right,
ideas?
so that's 2 successes.
That's good. You got.
I'm trying to think. We got Nexus. We got Wookiee. We got Ewoks.
I can take one of the Ewoks hostage.
My next two are always with the Ewoks, so
Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll take one of the Ewoks hostage. I'll be
All right.
compelled
So
to
those are
hit
in
the
your
Ewoks.
ship.
You
They're
can let
not
them
installed.
go.
Yeah, right.
I got you.
That's fine.
Okay.
So,
So at that point, you guys.
could you jot that down in the
And
ship
you are
stuff?
taking that 10K.
What do you got?
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right. So at that point, Poe Dameron is absolutely going to try. All right. So
Perception
so
checks
you
or
and
what?
you are watching him, correct?
Well, you
The
and
two
you
of
and I are in the other ship.
All right.
Well, if we were, then I would have helped your pull.
All right. And
What did you pull?
What gear are you?
It
holding?
was essentially
What am I
speed
holding?
+1,
Yeah.
handling
I have my
+1.
standard stuff. So right now I've got my comlink, my blaster rifle, my
Okay.
utility belt. So we're sitting around in the lounge. I'm gonna very stealthily maybe slip Poe a set of access codes or something.
Oh man! Holy cows! Okay.
And
All right.
I roll for that.
Okay.
I mean, I got
Skullduggery.
yes.
You have to roll perception.
okay.
Yep.
What
okay.
about me? Because
You never declared that you were going to be watching him, did you?
I did say, do I have to roll a check against his deception or something? Just when he said, I'll watch Poe.
You did ask that question.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're not there because so if you want to make sure your character's somewhere, tell me. Hey, he said I'm there. I'm watching him. I'm there. I'm
Would
watching
that be
him.
perceptions or
You
vigilance?
kind of expressed concern. So I mean, to
Then
this
I'll be
point, now you
then
now
I'll be
at
at
this
the
point,
interceptor
you,
then.
whatever happens. Actually no. I mean, so it's your perception against his
Would
skullduggery.
that be
All right, so
vigilance or actual
I'll give it to you. Skullduggery is cunning.
Cunning and perception.
So what's your cunning number?
2.
And what's your skullduggery?
No, here's perception.
No.
I'm sorry. Cunning. What's your cunning?
My cunning's at 2.
And what is your skullduggery?
No, perception. Perception.
I don't have perception,
All right, well then it's 2.
but I have vigilance if that helps at all.
3.
All right. Do you have skullduggery?
Yes.
Oh wow.
And I may be able to modify it. Hold on.
So what's your pool? Do you know your pool yet?
2 green.
No.
All right. So here, let's do it one more time. So what is your cunning?
My cunning's 2.
All right. What is your perception?
Perception, I don't have that.
All right. So do you know what your pool would be? Would it be 2 green
It
or
would
2
be
yellow?
2 green.
That's right. Very good.
So,
All right,
I also have keen-eyed, so I get -1 setback die.
so would this be skullduggery or stealth?
Okay.
Good
So what I'm going to do is I'm
question.
going to give you an
Maybe
extra green. So pick up 3 green. What do you got?
So would this be skullduggery or
shoot.
Skullduggery.
Not, I could use
What
this.
did you want to do?
Well, I was thinking, if I do it, we're in a room. If I'm real sneaky about it, I can use it as a kind of a stealth.
I'll allow that. I'll allow you to use
So,
your stealth.
and I'm going to
Yeah.
also try and distract them.
Oh wait, Scott.
Hold on.
You asked me where I was going to be. I'm going to say I'm at the Aether Sprite with my droid.
Okay, I got you. Where? We'll get there. Okay. Who are you distracting?
The Wookiee.
The Wookiee.
I'm going to talk to them.
So you're trying to help Poe escape?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Did
go
you
ahead.
miss the whole conversation where
Yeah.
we said we'll slip them out later?
Wow.
Hold on,
Okay.
I'm not done yet.
All right. You get a boost die from
Did you
him.
get like money?
Get a boost die? Okay.
All that money I got was from Poe.
And you have your 3.
When we raided the,
Don't
when we
roll
raided
these?
the,
1 second.
kid-
So
well, we got money from the raid, and then he actually
Two.
paid us.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Would I have been able to just say I'm too busy for a conversation right now?
What are you getting all those boosts from?
Yeah.
I have Stalker, which allows me to add 1 boost for each rank of Stalker.
Wow.
So all
That'll be a setback.
stealth
All right, gotcha. And what was your
and
question?
coordination.
Would I
checks.
have been able to just say I'm too busy for a conversation right now? And just
for
stay
him,
focused
for
on
the
Poe?
distraction.
Yeah.
No, because he does get the boost die from him. I understand where you're going. All right, go ahead and roll yours, and you roll yours.
Ooh,
2 success and 1 advantage.
All right, 2 success and 1 advantage.
I have 6 and 5.
All right, far over you. You are. Now, what were you doing on the Ether Sprite?
Checking it out, seeing what it's handling and stuff
All
for
right. So you're on the bottom of the Ether Sprite. When you hear it fire up, right? You're in your suit and you are connected to the Ether Sprite as Poe starts to back that thing out and is about to bolt with it.
I begin to have T3 and I initiate some mechanics checks to lock it down.
To lock down the ship.
I don't even know that he got into it. I just know, where is this going? I'm attached.
You have a good idea of who would start who would start off the Ether Sprite. Now, I want you to understand, okay? You're on the Ether Sprite. The Millennium Falcon is 15 feet away. You just boot off, float, using 0G to the Star Kraken.
Wait, I don't
Thank
see
you.
him
Wait,
coming.
hold on. You're on the bottom. He's on the top,
Take your
and he's inside,
20,000 credits.
and he's going. Okay.
Well, I only took 10
You
because
can
I
attempt-
paid him off with 10.
You
Okay,
can attempt
yeah, so there you
to
go.
shut him down.
That was my
but
share,
in
that
order
was
to
you.
do that, you have to remain on the ship, which means that ship is moving, and it's going to go, and he's going to go fast, and you're in a meteorite area. Which means what I'm saying is, if you don't boot off and go right to the Star Kraken now, you could be stranded alone in a meteorite. Or he could even, he could really blast fully, and you're going to be exposed to space. If they're and there's rocks and all kinds, you could definitely die.
What if he's hanging on and he jumps to hyperdrive?
Exactly.
Hyperspace.
That's my point. You can shut. You could do
boy.
one of two things is going to happen. You're going to shut him down, or there's a really good chance you're going to die. Your choice. What do you want to do?
Either way, it's going to be a really
You're
quick
staying on.
resolution.
All right, 5 XP. Well, all right, swinging for the fences. All right. Okay, and at this, we'll get into it. All right, now, you are going to attempt to hack the Ether Sprite, okay? The Ether Sprite is not a problem to hack. It's only two purple. That's your pool. The problem is, recently, Poe Dameron, in order to find Kylo Ren, became a crazy good hacker, and he is going to upgrade one of those to a challenge, and you're also going to get a setback because he has a specific subroutine he started running the minute he got in there, and then
Can I use a dark side?
and I'm going to flip it. Yeah,
Can I flip one?
I'm going to flip.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm
do it.
going to activate Touch of Fate to give myself 2 boost dice.
All right.
That's a good power.
Now, I will say, this roll is just to see if you can hack. It has nothing to do with a meteorite or any effects on you. So if a despair comes up, it means your hacking went really badly. It doesn't mean a rock went through your helmet. That'll be later. All right, go ahead. Wait. Move that red dot.
Yes, Medel's
Thanks.
is not
Is that-
confusing.
Oh,
That went
okay.
well.
So blank goes away. Success, failure. All right, so these 2 successes are going to go away and leave 1 advantage. This one is going to go away and leave an advantage. Get rid of that. So I'm left with 1, 2 success, 1, 2, 3, 4 advantages.
Wow. Okay. All right. 2 success and 4 advantage, correct?
Yes.
All right. That's a critical. You take control of the ship. You are now below the ship.
Not alone.
Right. Exactly. With your astromech, correct?
Yes.
So your astromech is in the ship. What do you do? So you have control of the ship. What do you want to do with it?
We lock down systems,
All right.
override pilot controls,
All right.
and establish a comm system.
Okay.
Who is igniting this while I'm on it?
Oh, and you're talking to him.
Yes.
Right. And at that point, he is going to pull the emergency release, which will shoot the hatch up. That overrides all slicing controls because it needs to be a manual release.
I get that.
It blows it off, and he comes out. He's got his spacesuit on, and you don't see it. But this ain't your first rodeo. You know what's happening. He's now angling out, and you're expecting to see blaster bolts soon. What do you do?
I'm going
Pull it out of his hand.
to have to use
I'm just thinking, we got Poe away. Our hyperdrive navigator works.
I'm gonna try to tackle him.
Leave the Jedi out there.
Figure it out.
Okay.
Or perhaps
Could have been a
move.
nuisance
I
anyways.
imagine Code doesn't have a good brawn rating.
All right. So you're going up toward him,
Probably doesn't
and okay, so 4.
If you have something clever you want to do, you're more than welcome to chime in
Hey,
here.
look, I'm a hired gun. I'm the pilot.
All right.
You want to walk, cash talks? I'll drive you where you want to go.
I can't find anything in
That
the
is
books
the
that
wrong
it says
one.
what the cost of
I need.
plus the speed.
Okay,
and
there we
plus
go.
to,
We're good.
Handling.
All right.
Are we able to talk to each other? Can I say?
Oh, so all right. So you come around and you're attempting to actually grapple him. Isn't that what you said? Right.
Well, yeah, but first, I don't know.
Yeah, you can absolutely talk to him, and you absolutely know there's nobody else who's going to steal this thing.
That you'd be able to sense it was Poe.
Yeah.
Well, no. As far as I know, he doesn't have a force rating.
All right. And
Yeah,
oh
but he-
wow.
Just because he doesn't have a force rating, you're force sensitive.
And I'm gonna have
He
to-
still has an impression in the force. Like, force sensitive.
Depends on what that tree that Luke gave him does. Yeah. Yeah, it does depend on that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
All right. Just get there. Sorry.
And it really could be me, technically. You guys really don't know me all.
Yeah, who's this guy?
I mean, I'm just flying a plane that
right.
literally the ship that
No, we
after
trust
I just got
All right.
stuck
So
on.
do you put any
Unloading
setback
cargo.
die into his
Yeah,
pool?
we trust you. You're good.
You're
well,
close,
People,
so
the person you
you won.
worked for was good people,
Well,
so.
is it me making the check or him making the check?
He's shooting. He's going to shoot you with a blaster rifle, and actually he's at the top of the round because you're literally coming. You're closing on him.
So he's going to shoot a noble and a Jedi.
You're bringing a fist to a gunfight. That's what you declared.
Do you have
What do you
force
put in
move?
there?
You can pull it out of his hand.
I do a force move, so yeah, I'm just gonna.
And he was 100% right. The days of Poe Dameron being a hero are done. Clearly. Right?
He's a criminal now.
Yeah,
Pardon.
exactly. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna force pull that blaster.
Okay, so
Get him to join Tusk
wait,
Temple.
he's shooting you.
Be handy
Do
to
you put any? Do you put any setback die or anything into his pool from any of your abilities?
My range defense of 3, and the 2 difficulty for the range.
Well, you want to jump on one of the gunner's spots?
So the range defense.
I don't want to kill the Jedi.
Does that put 3
Think
setback?
that-
in?
No,
Yes,
bring
yes,
your
we set back in.
All right, we're good.
Give a shit about my morality.
And the
What
2
is your morale?
difficulty
You
for the
just
standard
less of a
difficulty.
Jedi.
I'm not,
Not a
Jedi.
Jedi.
Fucking
From the standard
assassin.
difficulty.
Well, I mean,
Wait, say it one more time.
There's
No, I
always at least
don't.
one difficulty
I mean, you
die
have a
in a
morality
combat
though.
check.
Yeah, he wants to get rid
Right,
of it.
yeah, that's
I
right.
was
there.
Exactly.
He
He
was
Jedi
like,
will
oh.
absolutely.
I was given
Right.
morality in protest. I got a morality rating because you're little shining knight or knight in shining
All right.
armor.
He fails and gets
shenanigans
three
got me riled up and doing a
advantage.
good deed.
So
get
actually,
paid
he's
for
going to get So he misses, and you see him coming up, and it's 100% clear he intends to kill you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What do you do?
Okay, this isn't how I imagined the first time drawing my lightsaber against an enemy.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
I didn't imagine that either.
I'm gonna pull out my lightsaber and attack him.
Wow. Okay.
Cut his
So-
arms off.
So there's that. What else is he bringing to it?
Wow, this is gonna get bad. All right. Yeah. So he converts both of those to these
Okay.
because of his rival and his ranged defense. Hold on.
No melee defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in no position anywhere inside the ship to actually see what's going on here. So
I'm engaged with one opponent, so I'm gonna get an automatic boost.
I'm stuck behind a wrench.
where are you? You're in the other freighter.
Show me your melee.
Oh, you're still working.
I'm
Okay,
just
you're
sitting.
still-
I'm just sitting in the
Oh,
pilot.
your defense. I got you. Thank you.
We're reading the
Yeah, he's
newspaper.
gonna
That's
put
it.
on
We're
one of
just
these.
kicking
We're going to
up.
upgrade our speed and
You're
our
good.
handling
You're
by
ready to go.
one. So
All right. Need a hand?
And this is just from my equipment.
you're busy.
No, I'm
to
not.
advantage.
You were.
I was.
And I
My
have
job
a
here is
brawn of
done.
4, lightsaber of 2.
He's
How are
he's
you
the
not
one-
bothered by this?
By which one?
By what?
By him and him just like, hey,
He doesn't know.
leave.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. There's a reason why.
Wouldn't you sense
I did-
disturbance now? Being out here, Jedi.
Okay.
I am a
Isn't he a
Jedi.
Jedi?
I am a Jedi. He's a Jedi.
So
We got
wouldn't there
that.
be something?
But even if there is, like, there's nothing I can.
Well, I'm
actually
going
do
to
about it.
activate Natural Blade Master and re-roll this. That's not.
He's gonna cut Poe Dameron in half.
Now you know what? I'm going to go to engaged actually. With my
Wait.
maneuver.
Hold on.
Well, first off, I had to move to get to him with move.
Well, wait.
I had a lot of advantages. I know.
Right. There's no successes. That's the point.
Right,
Right. Okay.
right.
We're good. We're good.
Right.
Go ahead.
No successes. So, whew, I'm going to upgrade the difficulty of his next check against me, and I'm already at engage, so it's hard for him to shoot me now.
Okay.
And I'm going to recover my strain.
So you're engaged with him.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Gotta bring in everything.
Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay. And
He
all
liked
right.
it. He put a ring
So
on
at
it.
that point, he is going to attempt the same. All right.
well-
Ring now.
But your range,
what
your
the-
melee is
He's still shooting at me. So
Right.
now he has 2 difficulty, range penalty of 3. So that's 3 setbacks.
range penalty of 3. He's in immediate range.
I know, but he's still attacking with a ranged weapon. He's not
Right.
attacking me with a
I'm following you.
vibro
Yep.
sword.
Go ahead. Anything else?
I guess that's it.
All right. I'm going to convert this to a yellow.
Whoa, I
And-
think you mean convert the
Yeah, you
dark
flip the
side
light
to the light
side, yeah.
side.
Dark side. Okay, there we go. All right, well, good. All right. Wow, that's a lot of. Oh, there it is. It's a triumph. All right. Okay, so it takes that out. There's 3 fails.
Well, I also said I'm going to upgrade his difficulty with the previous advantages. So either roll another difficulty or yeah.
Do you want that? You got 2 standing. You have 2 standing.
Yeah, he does have a lot of failures. So
Yeah, it's your choice.
yeah, go with that. Go
All
with
right.
that.
So essentially, he does no damage.
I'll just upgrade my next check then.
Right. And he does no damage, and he criticals you. All right.
All right. So I have 1 rank in durable, so it's going to be -10 whatever you roll.
Okay, got it. And that's a 23. That's the full result processed. And
This was not how I envisioned this playing out.
now at this point, anybody can take actions.
I had a
This has been going
setback.
on.
I had a
and you guys
setback.
are like, some of you are saying like, whoever was in the cockpit starts sending this through every vid screen in the,
Yeah.
and you guys are like, oh
Damn, I
crap.
wish I had those stun grenades.
I had a setback.
I have a stun setting on my rifle.
I had a setback on my next check.
Setback. You have a setback. Okay, perfect. All right.
So I'm
Would
going to
I
next
be-
swing at him again.
Would I be
You're
able
aware.
to pull?
One,
Am I close enough to pull the gun out of his hand,
2.
or no?
You have to get out of the ship, and you have to get into a spacesuit.
3.
Also, this gets weird. There's never been a spacesuit scene in all of Star Wars, okay? But we have them in our game because there's just too many. There's no way to get around it. I'm not a director, right? So, but I need you guys to understand. All of you are biological creatures, okay? If somebody shoots you with a blaster in a spacesuit, you die. Done.
Boil.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because unless somebody is there literally to duct tape you up. So
Well,
like,
the suits
if you
do
put on
have, well, the suits do have some redundancies to stop that. They're vacuum sealed for a reason.
No, not in
Yeah,
this
but once
game.
once you shoot a hole
Yeah.
through it, there goes the vacuum
Exactly.
seal.
Then what's the point of having it?
Well, no, that's the whole.
Because you're not
point.
supposed to get shot.
Exactly. You're not supposed to do combat in space. That is a terrible idea.
Goes away.
Okay, so then before any of this continues any further, where are they both located? Because he is engaged with him.
So as soon as this is going to resolve, and then I'll let you guys act.
Well, I'm not getting acted. I'm just
They're kind
trying
of like that.
I'm
Yeah, I'll let you.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's exactly right.
I
That
think-
is
they're
exactly-
and they're
I think
kind
I
of
just
on the
killed
out
Poe Dameron because
on the outside
I
of
got
that ship
one
somewhere.
hit, one
Alright, so they're even
initial
out of my
success,
view.
and I
with
critted
your
him.
lightsaber.
With
Yeah.
my lightsaber,
Right.
I critted him.
This conversation's over. All right. So essentially, he cuts it. he cuts right into the shoulder. Air goes up into Poe Dameron's, mask.
And I'm going to voluntarily take Force Rain.
Yeah. All right, and so all it took to kill Poe Dameron in space is just a single cut with a lightsaber, and I'm glad this happened because you guys have to understand, if you ever go out into combat in space, it is incredibly deadly. All right, so just be aware of that.